The Chicago Bears pull off a statement win with a beat-up defense and entire team. Look, what they gonna say now, fellas? We gonna break down the entire game and a lot more Chicago Bears talk right after this. The Chicago Bears knock off the Pittsburgh Steelers, the first game in this so-called buzzsaw of a back half of the season schedule, 31-28. Let me get some stats going across the bottom of the screen. 31-28. It didn't feel like it. Felt like it should have been at least a double-digit game. But look, that's the NFL. Most games are decided by 3 points. Look, fellas, kick this off. First of all, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. The Black Bear Podcast, one word, no spaces. This is our post-game show. We go live twice a week, Wednesday nights during the week, and then post-game shows after every single game. I'm your host, Mark Rob, with my co-hosts in the building, Chef West to the right of me, and new addition, Marcus motherfucking Mix.
Yeah.
Look.
I'm in the middle of the Marcuses.
Chris Maddock, what's up, my guy? He said drinking a stiff whiskey for the win. You deserve it. You deserve it. Every Bears fan deserve it. Look, start to finish. We said that. Hold on, somebody I can hear myself. But start to finish, the offense came in, did what they were supposed to do. Look, that's yours. Hold on. The offense came in, did what they supposed to do. It's kind of bring yourself back in, West, whatever. We knew what we was gonna get from the defense, but what we said was the offense was gonna have to keep them going, keep them in there. Look, the injuries on this team is all happening to the defense. All happening to the defense. Let's see who's out. We're gonna count Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards,
Noah
Sewell, shit.
No Tyreek in that because he didn't play most of the game.
Yeah, who was inactive? Who am I missing?
Travis Homer and Roshan Johnson.
Travis Homer, Roshan Johnson, Theo Benedict
too.
The starting left tackle. We talked about this, fellas. At least I told y'all in the group chat, I was worried about this game, man. I was worried. Last second Hail Mary, I said 31-28. I actually called the score last night, but I was worried about this game for reasons that I didn't think Ruben Hippolyte was going to be able to handle what Arthur Smith and that offense was going to try to do to him. Turns out he went down. DeMarco Jackson comes in the game.
Can I say it?
And who's the?
I was gonna say it. You keep going. I was gonna say it about Hippolyte. I want to say it. I texted y'all, and it's my favorite thing to say this week. How you get fired on your first day, Craig? Ruben, 4th round pick. We talked about a punter at 4th round last season who's been doing things, not perfect, but still doing things. And this guy come in and you ain't tackling. You ain't side on the sideline with your 4-1-2-5, whatever the fuck your fucking 40 was that impressed everybody for us to pick you. And then you get 2 fucking plays, and then now you down there and your face is in the dirt. How you get fucking fired on your first day, Craig? Now that's the worst pick. He worse than Torrey Taylor as a 4th round pick.
I still can't.
I know you still can't stand a punter at 4th round. I know you ain't gonna get on it.
But like you said, so Hippolyte goes down on top of the guys that we already started the game without. Hippolyte goes down. Tyreek goes down. We had some other little injuries in between. I think they returned to the game. But fellas, they did it. Dennis Allen, you earning your money, boy. You earning your fucking paycheck. I'm sure you didn't like you came in hoping to have Kyler Gordon at your disposal. Jalen Johnson at your disposal. All these top players on this defense at your disposal, and you don't have them, and yet you're still drawing up game plans to make shit happen. Because regardless of what we saying about the defense and what they rankings are, you got another 2 takeaways, right? 2 takeaways.
2.
You got some key stops. You got the end of the game.
Late in the game too.
2-minute drive, they trying to go tie the game up or get a touchdown, and y'all say, fuck that. We're not even going that far. OT, it's done. Caleb was pissed because I know Caleb likes to be in control. He likes to be out of game on him towards the end, but you couldn't. You had to sit there and watch your defense go handle business, and they doing it. They did it. They had some key stops in that game. Yeah, some boneheaded mistakes, but all in all, fellas, we are 8-3. What the fuck are they gonna say now? Thoughts? Anybody? Talk to the people.
I'm gonna let Mixer go first because I'm finna lose it.
All right, cool.
I'm so bummed.
Well, the first thing I want to talk about is because you did text us and say that Caleb is upset that the ball is in his hands at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I really saw it as something a little bit different than that. I felt like I was looking at a game just like every other game, where it's like it's some plays you want back. And if those plays came through, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just watched him basically have to roll out of the pocket, then dirt the ball after I think he had one on the sideline. Was it DJ? Oh no, it was Rome who couldn't get both his feet down. So it's like you look at stuff like that and it's like, yeah, if we would have had that, then we could have just walked them down.
Yeah.
But now it's like that kind of just feeds into this narrative that we can't put away games and stuff like that. But this isn't the first game that our defense closed out either.
Mm-mm.
So I think those are things that's a big deal. But overall, I feel like you kind of hit it on the head, like with the way that DA is like, and don't get me wrong, we're not the leading, you know, like we're not the best defense in the NFL. We lead the league in takeaways, but from a play-to-play perspective, we give up yards. We give up yards in the run game, stuff like that. And I understand that, but not like the name of the game for them is be opportunistic. You know, like they make the right plays at the right time. They manage to get off the field and give the offense another chance. So I think with him doing what he can do and how they looked, with him having to reach so far in his bag personnel wise, then you really gotta show him props, because a lot of people would have just counted as like, oh well, we're gonna get gashed all day and lose the game but off the run, and he didn't let that happen. So
talk to us, Wes.
I couldn't wait. I feel like Oprah. Offense get a win.
And True Pilgrim in the chat too.
Yeah, those are our people. Those are A1 day ones. They fuck with it. Hey, but offense get a win, defense get a win, special teams get a win, kickers get a win, quarterback get a win, wide receiver get a win. It's a coaches get a win. This is what this is, Mark. Rob, what we say before this season started, we said we telling all you Bears fans, take a fucking deep breath and embrace the new era. I think it's around draft time. Embrace the new era. Embrace it. Take your time, take a deep breath. We gonna be all right. And we just keep fucking just doing it. And, oh man, I just want to blow out win. And I want to. Okay, fine, cool. The Chiefs fucking one score victory their way to the Super Bowl. I'll take that. I'll take that and put us in a chance. I would love to put us in a matchup on the Super Bowl. I don't care who on the other side. I don't care what AFC team you got. Put us in the Super Bowl. Put us in the Super Bowl, because you gonna fuck around and give Iceman, ain't that what they call him? Iceman, a fucking chance to get a fucking ring. Put us one score away from winning the fucking Super Bowl. And watch this Caleb, this Loveland.
Chris Maddox. we just told you how many guys that were missing on that side of the ball.
Everybody.
What were you
We've been
what
missing
were you
every day.
expecting?
We've been missing them since day one.
We gonna get further into that conversation. So.
Yeah,
Keep
I'm
going,
just
Wes.
saying. But this defense been missing our key components since week one. Week one, we looked up and said, "Oh no, JJ."
Yeah, we have not played a single game with our 14 on defense.
Not at all. And these, like I said in the green room, these little small additions, CJ, GJ, the Tunyon, whatever his name is. I called him Anime in the green room. Who else just came in? DeMarco Jackson.
Yeah.
Coming in making big plays.
Yeah, he was putting in work.
Nashon Wright wasn't even supposed to be playing. He was backing up Jalen Johnson. He was never supposed to see a football field this season. And like I said last week and the week before, keep doubt. Hey, Marcus has keep doubted my guy Nashon, and he just keep doing it.
No doubt. There's no doubt, but you starting Tyreek. That's that simple. Love Nashon. Love it. No doubt. Absolutely no doubt.
That's fine.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, praise your God, but doubt is crazy.
They doubted Jesus too. It's fine. Anyway, but this is the Bears. This is what we talked about, Mark. You said it. I don't remember when you said it. I don't know what show you said it on. And we talked about like injuries and that this is football and the depth of it. We did it with the other fan shows, and we were like, look at our depth chart and look how deep our depth chart can go and how many people can step up next. Most teams, I would say 17 out of the 32 teams in this league can't go past their starters. And we said, look at the depth. And Ben Johnson said it in office, look at the depth that we're building, the depth that we want to have. Like
next
all
man
of these
up
things.
Mentality.
Next man up mentality, and we've been hit with the injury bug since week one. And after 2 weeks, everybody said, "Oh, y'all lost. Y'all 0-2. Y'all 0-2 in y'all fucking division. What the fuck are y'all gonna do? Win, no matter what." Everybody, throw your hands up. That's the Chicago Bears. We said it before when we was in the text. We was like, oh shit, Theo is out. Ozzy, I ain't see big fucking 6'7", 275 get no penalties, right? And I mean, like
you didn't hear his name.
Well.
You didn't hear his name, and
he could have played a lot better.
You want,
right?
That's what you want as an O lineman. You don't even want.
Yeah.
We heard Darnell Wright's name. We heard
Wright
Jonah because he got hurt.
He got hurt.
But Joe Tooney, Ozzy, Drew, we didn't hear their names called. They did it.
Hey, Mark Rob, can we say? And I love Darnell Wright. I think he's still our right tackle for the foreseeable future. But he was getting his ass whooped today.
And so we was talking about that before we came on. I asked Mixed it. So do we give him the benefit of the doubt that that's TJ Watt, or are we holding him to the standard that you're supposed to be elite, so you have to play better and do a better job against other elite players? Or is it, it's TJ Watt, so you get it?
For me, it's a pound for pound kind of thing. And you just, when we played the Raiders, remember what Max Crosby was doing the first 2 quarters? Max Crosby ass was all over him. He didn't even, he would fake the go to Darnell Wright. And
Darnell didn't play that game though. He was out.
Was he out?
It was Ozzy on the right side. Not Ozzy, but it was Theo on the right, Braxton on the left, and then they
we still have Braxton in the mix.
Yeah,
I forgot he was on the team. My bad.
Yeah, he's on.
But I'm just saying that the idea of my statement is,
I got you.
I mean, what you gonna do? Okay, let's call it Aaron Donald. Let's call it Michael Strahan. Let's call it. I'm gonna keep going back to like great rushers, right? They gonna. You gotta be good. And the thing that I do want to respect about Donald, I think he had 1 or maybe 2 penalties.
Yeah, he had that holding call.
That holding call on for sure. I know that one. So he had like 1 penalty against, like we said it always. it's hard for offensive tackles to react in passing plays because you don't get to go forward. Run plays is a lot easier. You can just grab somebody that don't got your jersey on and just push them and do what you will. So I'm giving Darnell Wright the benefit of the doubt because he done dogged out some of the best defensive ends in the league.
Hey, I know exactly why you smiling.
He done dogged out like Brian Burns. He made Brian Burns look like a child. You know what I mean? But I expected TJ Watt to play good. His mama, his daddy was in the stands. His brother was calling the game. That's why I texted him. I say, conspiracy. Is this a conspiracy?
Their truth. Thank you for doing that. And stay in here and just keep updating on us at what you seeing with Ozzy, because you can run through that condensed game real quick. Don't leave the chat though.
Yeah,
but keep going.
My whole thing on top of that is, like I said, ain't his brother a Steeler too? No, his brother's a Texan.
No, he's a Texan.
Oh, JJ, he was a Texan.
He's
played
a
in Arizona for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, he's a Steeler. But my whole thing is, you got Mr. Like Chicago. You did what you're supposed to fucking do today, and they
won the game. Look, to the Darnell thing, I agree. He could have been better. I was hoping he would be better. With Darnell, we want him to be all pro. We want him to be an elite right tackle. So you're gonna have to
minimize.
If he gets you, you got to get him back. And y'all, it should be a fight all game long. And at the end of the game, y'all shake hands like.
Yep, I should have seen one pancake on him. I seen you should, like you did Burns, right? Remember what he did to the? You see what he did, Burns? He made him do the tornado spin and lay down, and he looked at him like that, kind of like at least one.
TJ's a hell of a player.
Hell of a fucking player.
I can't make an excuse for Darnell. Like I said, if I want you to be elite, I'm gonna hold you to that standard. Kind of like I hold some of these wide receivers to that standard. Like if I want you to be elite, I need you to do these things that aren't easy. You know what I mean? The hard stuff. Like Rome, catch that ball. Like he punched it out, but catch it and bring it in. That's your catch. Fucking, we see Loveland catching passes. He getting smoked. Ball popping up, he's still bringing that ball in. Then you see DJ. Well, look, DJ had a hell of a game, right? I
know he gonna hate this. Yeah. I hope he don't hear this, and I'm gonna say this, Deniston. Oh my God, you had a fucking game. You had a fucking game. Jamaica stand up. Y'all send some relief because they had a hurricane. Send some relief to that man's country. He had a fucking hell of. I thought this was gonna be a Commanders game. Remember that Commanders game here with Justin Field? What he had down there almost 300 fucking yards catching, like fucking 3
he had a crazy game, but
crazy. I thought this was gonna be that game. I felt like I was gonna come in here and I was gonna have to take off my blue jersey, go put on my white number 2.
Certain players on this team do need to be held at a higher standard. We can't hold everybody to DeMarco Jackson, Ruben Hippolyte type of thing. Like when Noah Sewell comes in the game, we're not gonna hold him to the same standard as Tremaine Edmonds. But Tremaine has a standard that we have to, when we talk about him, we got to hold him to it. That goes for Darnell. I'm gonna name a couple players that need to be talked about in a certain way. If we believe them to be the players that we believe them to be, Darnell is one of them. Rome is one of them. Caleb, quite frankly, y'all seen what I was saying about Caleb in the chat. This and usually I'm okay with I'm like the inaccuracy issues that people been saying. I think they was overblown, but I saw them today and it was getting to me. It was annoying today. Now some of your guys can make a play, but who's another guy that's in that that's holding obviously the interior of that O-line, but we don't really have an issue with those guys. Like Joe Tooney, do we have an issue holding him to an elite standard? Absolutely not. DJ, I need you to be elite. You know what I mean? Now if we want to have a conversation whether these guys are elite or not, we can have that conversation. But I believe that group of names, we would all agree like these guys are elite. So Montez Sweat, well, that's a conversation we would need to have. Definitely.
You just say a name that you're supposed to say. You've been saying it for forever since I know you. 99.
Javon.
No, Javon's not elite. He won't.
No, who should be? That's what I'm saying. You said
not.
who should be.
No, he should not. No,
Why not?
I don't look at
He
him.
shouldn't be.
There's nothing elite about him besides his size. Even when we drafted him, I'll bring a clip and give my reaction.
I know. My whole
thing
thing who should be. That's my thought for it.
Why should he? He never showed anything in college that even make him elite. I don't know. No, he's not. I don't think he should be elite.
That's why I don't hear no more. I don't watch college enough.
I mean, you can look at the highlights. His highlights didn't look.
I seen it. I seen it. I'm saying like you got every God gift talent to do it.
Size. I just wouldn't put him in there. But what I say, who's I going back and forth with in the chat before? I think it was CSP Chicago. I'm like, wrestlers are massive. Those dudes play Brock Lesnar, but he's like not. You got to play football too. Like Ruben Hippolyte, physical ability is very fast, but football you got to be good at this actual sport too. So
you gotta.
I wouldn't put Javon there, but a lot of people would, West. So I get it.
No. I'm just saying, like, the only thing that I can see that is missing is inside your cranium, dude. You got everything. And like I said, like Mark, we went over this all last. It's like I play football. I love basketball more. If I was fucking 6'4", 215, oh yeah, ain't nobody stopping me on the court. But I'm not. I'm like 5'11 and a half, like 175. So I can't. If I was fucking 6'2", 225, I'll be the best free safety the NFL ever seen. So when I see these people with these God-given talents, physically speaking, I'm like, this is a fucking race.
Some people are just
be elite.
Gentle giants. And it's
me too. I'm a nice guy too. I'm a nice guy. I'm a very nice person. But when it comes to certain situations, like everybody know, Marcus Mix, I don't know if you know, but when I was in Afghanistan and all that kind of shit, I wasn't having nothing for nobody. I wasn't having nothing for nobody. Round in the chamber, the whole thing, it was me against the world kind of shit.
Right.
That's what these guys have to have in their fucking mind. Every single down, every single play. It's all right, cool. If Mark Robb over here, I think he's gonna do a job. Mix is over here, I think he'll do. But you know who's gonna do their fucking job? West gonna do his fucking job on this play, every single fucking time. That's what makes you elite. And if it is not truly successful, it's fucking fine. And I want to throw this one thing out here, and then we can kind of move on. Look at Myles Garrett. He's probably on the worst team in the NFL. Quarterback carousel. Like, I don't even know who their number one wide receiver is. I can't name him, but he's going out there. He's going to get 3-4 sacks a game, 2 sacks a game. Because Myles Garrett said, hey, look, I get the game plan, but you know who's going to be great? Myles Garrett himself is always going to do Myles Garrett shit. Right?
That's a freak. That is a lab.
Crazy. Because he has the size and the skill and the speed. But also, Myles Garrett has the mindset of, I know what I got, and I'm just gonna go do it.
I'm gonna use it.
And I'm gonna use it. I don't care what team I'm on. Could you imagine Myles Garrett on? I'm gonna be Bears taboo. If you took out Michael Parsons and put Myles Garrett on that Packers team instead, that's fucking insane, dude. You see what I'm saying? Like the thought process behind that. But I digress. But we number one still, Chicago.
Aiden fucking free.
25 sacks this year. That's
he on pace to break that record.
That's my cousin Trey. God damn.
All right. Initial thoughts out the way. Let's move on and jump into the first segment of this show as we break down this game. Look, hit the like button. Again, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, head over to YouTube and show some love. Subscribe. We on the road to 700, and then we on the road to 1,000 after that. But show some love, people. It don't cost you nothing. We go live twice a week, Wednesday nights, and post-game shows after every single game. I'm your host, Mark Robb. My co-host in the building, Chef Wes. In the newbie, Marcus motherfucking mixed it.
The kindergartner. And if you already subscribed, tell your people to subscribe. Go to your family. Go to the other people you know who are Bears fans. You know what I'm saying? Let them give it to them.
The kindergarten is crazy though.
Let them see the people talk about the game in a different way than you used to seeing, in a different way than certain outlets or other podcasters. Fellas,
Let's be real.
let's jump right into it. Great
I'm ready.
and not so great. Where we pick a moment in the game, any moment, anything, a player, a fan, a ref, a call, anything that was great. Anything that was not so great, not to your liking, not to your standard. And we talk about it. Great and not so great. Anybody want to jump in that water first?
I can go first, but I want to give y'all a chance because I got things to say. But all right, fine. I'll give you my great. My great for today is what am I saying? Because I call him DAI because that's what his defense does.
True Pilgrim. It wasn't great, no pun intended, but it was serviceable. That's all we looking from the defense.
Defense was not trash.
We just need serviceable defense. That's it.
This is our third string defense right here, and I'm giving my great to Dennis Allen because his defense still today was disruptive. They were still aggressive, and they were still intentional. Look. I mean, if you go back, I can go into the plays, and they at second half, I take the first half away. Mm-hmm. Right, I'm not gonna think about like that second half. At first half, we didn't think we could stop a motherfucking roach running through a fucking wall. Like we couldn't do shit. I felt like on defense. That second half, when we started getting 3 and outs, we started shutting down. They showed the stat on the screen. It was like first half something like 200 something yards and something. And so second half Bears like won, I guess like 75, and then they had 47 yards. And I think this was midway through the third almost. And if you want to go, you can go look at the exacts. That's fine. Mama Blues on her iPhone. I see it because I see your email address. I'll email you. But great was Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen, he bringing in bringing in these pieces and his defense standing up. I said it on Wednesday. What I need from this defense specifically is what I said was Nation Wright go get an interception. And I need this defense. If you're not going to get to the quarterback, put your fucking hands up in the passing lane. And at the end of the game, that's what this defense did. With we had fourth stringers. We had, as they call it in the NBA, they said Michael Jordan played against plumbers and electricians. We had plumbers and electricians out there playing defense for the Chicago Bears, getting fucking stops. So my great is Dennis Allen. Not so great. Where do I want to start? Honestly, I can't say it was not so great given the stance on it. If I had to say not so great, I'm gonna stay in the coaching staff and I'm gonna say Ben Johnson. Wow, you were really good today. You were really, really good today, coach. You're really good. Rest plays, do some tricks out there, all that kind of stuff, but your offense could have been greater. Could have been a lot better. And I was gonna leave that. I was gonna leave that to my Rob. That's his puncher bag. But
I didn't even really notice him today.
You didn't see his fat ass trying to pick up the fumble?
Oh, that's the only time I saw him. But honestly, I didn't see.
I said that shit. I said, who the fuck? I said, come on, Javon. It's a fumble. Fall
he was just
on it.
Standing over it.
Yeah. Like pulling weeds and shit like a grandma. Like fall on it. That's what you do. Because you risk, if you want to try to pick it, you risk losing it. Just fall on the fucking shit. We got the fumble. But yeah, so if I had to say my great, I'm giving it to Dennis Allen. Not so great. I'm not saying that it wasn't good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't see that coming. I wasn't. Look,
I want to give y'all space to breathe. I want to give y'all a chance.
Ben Johnson, because Dennis Allen was, I like the great. That you know. But Ben Johnson, not so great. He pissed me off with, y'all fellas know, I talked about it.
Said it.
I wanted him to go for it on that 4th and 1. Look, I just feel like I don't care where you are, but if you can't get 1 yard, like you don't like what are we doing? Like that's really the basis of that argument. Now, opposite side of the field, whatever, that can all come in play. But it was 1 yard. I really did feel like we could easily get that 1 yard. But other than that, I wasn't too mad at Ben Johnson today. I wasn't too mad at what his play call, and I thought the Steelers, they was stuffing the run a little bit, and he dialed up a lot of pass plays that either Caleb was not sharp on, or it was just some miscues. I didn't see too many drops today. Am I crazy? Was there some?
No, you're not.
Many.
I'm
sure
shocked you acknowledge it.
But we're going from 8 drops to what? 2,
3,
3 drops.
I think it was 3.
Yeah, I didn't think it was horrible.
3 drops and a punch out. How about that?
So, okay, not so great, Ben Johnson. You got any thoughts on what he had to say? Mixed it, or you?
I mean, well, first off, as far as what your grade was, you kind of took mine, but that's okay. I kind of already know.
I tried to give you a chance.
You gotta adjust, man. You gotta adjust on the fly.
It's all good. It's all good.
I give you a chance.
But yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about Ben Johnson being a not so great. I feel like when you look at it, one thing that was big for me was I think we were 7 to 13 on third downs.
Not bad.
I think that plays a big factor into it. Like, I feel like they kind of came in with a good game plan for us defensively. I just feel like we did a good job of executing for the most part. The ones that we missed on, like obviously ones that we want to have back. It was a few plays that Caleb kind of threw them into the danger zone, but they fell to the ground. And it wasn't like he didn't throw it to where it was like nobody was there to catch it. Like I want to say
he tried to layer a ball and it went right into the safety's chest.
Yeah, trying to kind of drop it between 2 players, but I feel like, yeah. So I guess like if you got to take something bad out of it, then I can't really negate what you said, because as I'm sitting here thinking about what my not so great is going to be, I'm kind of struggling to figure out what I want it to be honest. But as far as go ahead.
No, I was just so you good with everything Wes had to give out there?
Yeah, I feel like his grade was basically spot on, and for the right reasons. Like I already don't feel like I could have said it any better. But as far as the not so great, I'm still kind of trying to piece together where I want to go with that. So I'm not really sure.
Oh, with the Ben Johnson thing?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, take it away. You jump in that water. What you got for grade not so great?
Okay, well, for my grade, actually, do you got the pictures that I sent you?
I do. You want me to pop them up there?
Yeah, because that's part of what I want to talk about for my grade.
I don't know if y'all noticed, Wes, you did. That's why you said Mama Blue Smith. Like the names are different, actually.
I know.
All of the names are different.
I don't know if that's a
like Airy, please. There's something going on.
Yeah, I know who that is, though, but that is not her name that I know her by, but I know who that is. I mean, I know the picture, so what's up, sis?
I got you.
Okay. Yeah, while we talking about this, my grade, and we're just gonna focus on the defensive side. But for my grade is the people who had to step up and play linebacker today. Ruben Hippolyte was part of the 3. He did not finish the game, but DeMarco Jackson came in and played.
There you go.
Eamon Ogbonkwomiga played, and they both led the team in tackles.
That's what linebackers should do. That's every game. Job. That's what you do.
Fucking job.
Yeah. So I like in terms of what they were able to bring to the game, they made this game a lot harder on Pittsburgh to run the ball. Even though they got that one that they broke out on the fake tush push that kind of inflated stats a little bit. Outside of that, they really didn't have
Yeah.
ground.
Sorry.
Shout out to those guys that kind of stepped up because y'all not even second strings that's stepping up. We talking
Yeah.
third strings, fourth strings, people that
Mhm.
back the squad to come in.
Mhm.
Hey man, that's a special teams guy, like primarily special teams. Like
Yeah.
he don't see the defensive side of the field. So
I know.
and we've seen
And I see what
DeMarco
you're
a
saying,
little bit.
Mark.
Go ahead.
No, I'm looking at the names because I know this one right here is mine, and that's Lola.
You see what I'm saying? They're
All the names
different.
look different today.
Yeah, the names
Yeah,
is
I don't
different
know.
today. Some
I don't know.
people, if we don't recognize you, it's because Twitter,
Yeah.
not Twitter, but YouTube is doing
YouTube
something
is
different with
doing
y'all
different.
names. And
But yeah, that's a little hard. Okay, cool. All right, I see what you're saying. I was just sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt because I was looking. I'm like, I don't know half of these people that's making comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I saw that and I know that one. But my bad. Continue.
nah,
I
you
No,
good.
digress.
it's all
I
good.
digress.
Yeah, that's who I have for my grade is the linebackers that we played with today. I wish Ruben Hippolyte was able to play more.
So we can see,
Somebody
actually get
that
a
we
So we
look
can
drafted
at him.
see.
fourth round. Like
We still don't
this is
know.
the opportunity for him to come in. You know what I'm saying? But as far as my not so great, I think this is where I'm gonna go with my not so great. And just because this is my not so great doesn't mean that this person played horrible. I think I gotta go with my not so great to be probably Darnell.
Okay.
I
He
think
did play horrible. No,
no, I
he
don't think he
played.
played horrible. I don't think he played horrible. I think he definitely got beat on more than his fair share of plays with, you know, who his matchup was. But because of
Yes.
the standard that we're trying to hold him to, I don't feel like he was quite there. I don't feel like he just kind of like I don't feel like he was a liability. Like it's not like looking at Braxton Jones on the other side.
Don't do that. Don't be the other Marcus and say that because y'all gonna murder Braxton Jones into a
I'm not,
retirement.
I'm not even
I'm
saying
fucking
like
with you, makes it.
like I'm just saying it's like when Braxton Jones is out there, you worry about what the protection is gonna look like. When Darnell is out there, you don't worry nearly as much, but they definitely had his hands full. And I feel like from a person that we trying to kind of elevate to that next level of play and say he's this caliber of player, today was an opportunity for you to have a great day against one of the best in the league. And
But my whole thing is like TJ Watt already got his career etched in stone. I mean, his family has their defensive ends etched in stone. Like they going to Canton twice. Easy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I saw Connie and I forgot the dad name, but they popped out one of the best football players that people could fucking even watch, right? My whole thing about it is you had some moments to
We still on Darnell.
yeah. And my whole thing is the moment. Okay, I'll give you this much. The reason why I feel like Darnell played horrible is okay. TJ beat you, fine. He backflipped Caleb. The ball came out.
Oh, that pissed me off.
You gotta get on that ball though. You see what I'm
hitting
saying?
my guy like that.
No, right, I know. You said you didn't have to hit him like that. My whole thing was like, all right, cool. If I can dismiss that, all right, the ball is out. But if you go back to the play and see what Darnell Wright does when he sees the ball, we said it. We just talked about Devon Dexter on the other side of the ball, looking at the ball, trying to pick it up, trying to do too much. Just fall on the ball.
Yeah, I get what
you
you
see what I'm saying.
I get what you.
If you fall on the ball, it's a touchback.
So, like, just looking back at that play, trying to break it down, right?
Right.
I don't know if it was a play action pass or what. But when we look at where, because here's the thing, is like TJ Watt, he absolutely beat Montez. I mean, not Montez, Darnell on that play, right? But when you look at Caleb turn around to address him, like he turns around, like he's looking to the left side of the field, turn around to the right side. he's like right in his face. Like it's just him and him. Like they both just staring at each other.
Max,
So,
I hear what you're saying, but both of those things was Darnell Wright's fault.
no, that is Darnell Wright's fault because that's his man, and he let him get
you let him get to him, so he got to him.
Now, as far as what happened the rest of the play, I feel like you kind of got to take some of that on Caleb because
no,
how come you can't?
Because the ball came out. All right, cool. I'm saying the touchdown is on Darnell Wright.
The decision that you try to make in that spot is you try to you run your. He wasn't in the end zone when TJ Watt met him. He stepped 2 yards back and tried to beat him around the edge in the end zone.
Okay, cool.
And then TJ Watt caught him and he pinned his arm, and that's how the ball came out. It wasn't just because he just let it go or flipped it or whatever. TJ Watt he got the better of him. Now,
okay,
Marcus, it's both at the end of the day.
No. It's happening. It's end zone. You're 2 yards from the end zone. Your quarterback trying to make a fucking play. That's fine. All right, you guys slam down. My whole thing is this. It's the same thing for Washington and Nashawn Wright. What happened with Jaden Daniels? The ball came out, and Nashawn Wright had the football IQ to see, the ball's on the ground. I'm just going to jump on the ball, right? So let's go back to that play with Darnell Wright. The ball is right there. Just fall on the ball because guess what? You know what the worst thing can happen? You get a fucking touchback, right? Let's go back to what I just said about
safety. He was in
2 points. All right, fine. It's a safety. You get 2 instead of 7. That's 5 less points. We lost by 3. We will win by 8 then. All right, cool. Let's go back to what I said about Javon Dexter. The ball is out. Your big ass trying to pick it up and run it. Like, no, you're a defensive player. Just fall on the ball. You see what I'm saying? You see, that's what I'm talking about mental IQ of the game. Fumble come out, you get on it. All right, cool. I'll give you another scenario too on top of that from this game. DeAndre's fumble. That wasn't an actual fumble. They should have called the play dead, but they did. Right, cool. So he's on top pile of dudes, and somebody reached in and snatched the fucking ball out. That's football IQ. My whole thing for Darnell is football IQ says, hey, you see the ball, you just get on top of it. You give him 2, now you can go.
The locker room is gonna shock y'all. Keep going. My bad.
All right, no. Well, that's what I mean about I'm not saying completely Caleb. It's basically more, if you want to say, like I just said, not so good Ben Johnson. Caleb shouldn't have to take 2 steps, 3 steps back. You should pound the ball in the middle, run it, and then use your 4th round pick that Mark Robb hates to punt the ball away if you don't get up out of there.
All right. I think, as far as the whole thing goes, we're on the same page with Darnell being not so great. As far as Darnell having a terrible game, I'm looking outside of, because that was a bad play on both his account and Caleb's account, at least to my opinion. But as far as the game goes, for the most part, Caleb was throwing from a clean pocket. Caleb was, he was playing pretty comfortable. I said it to y'all before we started the show. I felt like Caleb was pretty much in control the whole day. And you doing that against Cam Hayward on one side, Nick Herbig, who's been playing like Alex Highsmith without Alex Highsmith being on the field, and TJ Watt. This is statistically one of the best defensive lines that you've seen. And we said that against the Giants too. And you sat there and you was more comfortable in this game to me than you were in the Giants game.
So let me get in here. I just had to get the locker room. We about to play that as soon as we done with this. We'll play the locker room, and then we'll get into the pressers. Ben spoke, Caleb spoke, but before we get to the pressers, today we're going to play the locker room first just to get that out the way. But on this whole Darnell thing, look. Darnell got his ass whooped on that play. It's as simple as that. He got dogged. Caleb, that was Darnell got dogged, and Caleb tried to do what Caleb does, and we've seen him do it all season. You can't do that against TJ Watt. That is not a regular dude.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Caleb. What Caleb should have done, just get up and go. Just go. Caleb was wanted to be Houdini,
Straight
which
up
is
the
that's
middle.
his thing. We can't
Up the
praise him
middle.
for it and then like protect him. No. Look, just go. Let's go that time. Look, I wasn't mad at it because Caleb doesn't. We don't see plays like that from Caleb often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was a bad mistake, kind of like that interception against the Ravens. It was, you don't see interceptions like that from Caleb often. That was completely on Darnell and Caleb. Caleb didn't make it no better because you're not dogging TJ Watt. You're just not. He makes too much fucking money. If you thought
And you
Caleb
gotta
told us,
understand the situation too, though. Like he walked
yeah,
to the end zone. Like
you don't.
that's what made it worse. You could have took a sack. You could have stepped up and tried to fight it for a yard or two.
You could have caught a run.
Next down.
You're not at the 50-yard line, Caleb. You're
could have caught a
in
run.
your end zone now. And not and you're going to, you said Max Crosby. Caleb told us Max Crosby was the best player he played against. And I talked to y'all about this in the green room.
JJ the next one.
TJ Watt is better.
I mean,
TJ Watt is better than him.
They got J's in their name.
You can't do that against him. Be smooth, keep it simple. It bit him in the ass, and he didn't do it again the rest of the game. He kept it. He stepped up in that B gap all for the rest of the game and took off. That's what he was doing the rest of the game. Caleb got to be better there. Darnell Wright definitely got to be better there. You can't get beat that fast, that close to your end zone. You know what I mean?
So many times. Go watch it.
But was the not so great the player? Was your not so great Darnell?
My not so great was Darnell.
Okay, my bad. I was cool. Doing some production work.
That was an easy layup, but yeah, of course he was not so great.
I don't think, but I'm not just basing it off that play though. I'm just saying, like,
I'm definitely but okay.
Y'all both said
we said Darnell for two different reasons because he was
I'm good dog all day.
What I'm saying as far as Darnell goes is like prior to this game, we all looking at Darnell as potentially, having all pro potential and stuff like that. Tackles in the league, and I get that. When you play a game against the Steelers and it's you versus TJ Watt on the island, you can't look at that as anything but an opportunity to further you up the ladder on that.
And they could have attacked Ozzie. They could have said, "Hey, look, this is this dude's first start as a defensive coordinator." I'm like, "Hey, look, Ozzie Trapillo, this is kind of his true first start in the NFL. I'm going to put my best edge. Probably
that's a good
top
point.
5.
TJ does not flip sides though. He don't.
But he like
to
be there.
Though it's like he
got 115.4 sacks in his career. His brother got 115. Like the Watt family got almost 240 sacks in the NFL. Thank you, Connie. I wish one of them was a bear.
And see, and that's kind of my whole thing, because ain't that the only sack Caleb took all game?
Yes.
So that's my thing. See, like I look at it, if anything, for Darnell as a missed opportunity. That's why I say great. But
and that's why
TJ Watt could have still recorded that one sack, and Darnell could have still had a great game against him. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, when you talk about opportunities, this was a good opportunity for Ozzie Trapillo. I think I said it was a massive opportunity for him. I think he did well in that opportunity with given standard, fellas. Standard. Darnell has a standard that he's trying to get to. That boy, that man up in Detroit, Penei Sewell, that's where you want to be mentioned. The conversations, you want your name to be mentioned in. Darnell did not play well today. On that particular play, Caleb did not do him any favors. I don't even know what the debate is about.
No, can I say this though? Like the concern from us on this offensive line, you hear me on Bruce. They kind of gave us 2 great defensive ends. Thank you, Connie. That's their mama, Connie Watts. That's their mama. Good for you. You shout out 2 fucking amazing people in football for sure. But my whole thing is this: we was so worried. You texted to us. I think it was you, Mara, who said, "Hey, Theo is out too."
Yeah,
that means we got Ozzie. That's going to probably be our weak link on the line. And that should have been a telltale sound to Darnell Wright, like, hey, look, if I stand true and I stand to, like, he's been great. He's been great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he should be, you know what I mean, like benched or it's this was your day to show the fuck up.
Missed opportunity for sure.
That's what I mean. Missed opportunity for sure.
Because the thing with Ozzy and Darnell, I think we saw less Houdini today than we've seen in any other game. Caleb didn't have to be Houdini today.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
he
he
didn't.
Almost the
He
whole
had
day.
he had a good clean pocket. It's my whole thing is this is, and this is my thing, and I get what y'all saying. Overall offensive line, and I get it. Caleb didn't have to. He had good.
No,
pockets.
I think
He
we're
threw some
all
great
saying
passes.
Darnell was not good today. That's I don't know what the debate is.
No. My thing is, this is when. All right, so you seen when we played the Giants, the clip that kept going around when he spit Brian Burns' ass around and put him in the dirt. It was on ESPN. It was on CBS Sports. It was
right
on everything else. This was your chance,
right,
to get one good pancake on TJ Watt.
Yeah, that's a
one
tall
good
task.
move. You see what I'm saying? It is. Brian Burns is a tall task too. Apparently, according to stats
He
and what
ain't
people
TJ.
said,
he ain't even.
I'm just saying. Look.
Damn the pancake.
All right, fine. I'm just saying. My whole thing. It was your chance to. All right, I'm gonna give y'all this example.
I'm just trying to understand where the debate is at. Like we're all ain't we all on the same page along? Darnell
I thought so too. I think we were just saying why Darnell did bad for different reasons.
Yeah, I think he did bad
all
because
of the
he didn't fall on the ball in the end zone. That's my one thing that he.
Oh, that's what
all I'm saying. That's my biggest thing. It's like,
no, he ain't.
You could have gave him 2. You could have gave him 2 instead of 7, right? And I used Javon trying to pick up the ball as an excuse.
That's one play though.
Yeah, I don't.
One play wins it all.
One play wins it all. We was talking about Darnell falling on that ball. That ain't happening.
I mean, whether or not if he fell on the ball, I feel like if anything, he really just missed the opportunity to like TJ Watt.
Multiple opportunities.
He's one of them dudes. I don't think he needs to come in there and get a pancake or anything like that. But the name of the game for you is to not to make his you're not supposed to feel TJ's presence. But
he did constantly.
He
did constantly. So I said the one thing you could have did after this, and I'm giving TJ Watt his credit for being as great as he is. He's hard to stop. I get that. My thing is,
you saying if he did fall on the ball, you wouldn't have said he had a bad game?
No. My whole thing
fellas,
is that
I don't even know what are we talking about right now.
That made it worse. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm about to say let's add him not falling on the ball. We're all still saying he wasn't good.
C
that just adds.
D plus.
If we was at a C, then that play
you had a D plus,
D
minus kind of shit. My whole thing is it's the opportunity. Okay, cool. We talked about Montez Sweat missing that 3rd sack. It was a great opportunity for you. You should have did what you're supposed to do, but you didn't. But he still had a sack and a strip. You see what I'm saying?
I just don't think Darnell's jumping on that ball. It ain't happening. If Javon couldn't do it, Darnell wouldn't do that shit either.
Javon ass was stupid though. I texted you. I said that's so fucking stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've seen from the Bears all season.
Let me jump in here with mine. We didn't
even get your grade and not so weird. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm tired.
You good.
I just feel like that was like a savior. Okay, cool. You save it, you get back, and you can come back from it. You see what I'm saying? Instead of giving him a touchdown.
It's like that one play summarized this whole day.
Yeah. It show how bad.
Yeah, but see, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna say this, and I want to get that play. Yeah, Darnell got beat, but for me, that was more on Caleb. I think that was more on Caleb than even Darnell. And Darnell got beat, but that ain't the first time Caleb had a free rusher in his face.
I
know
he's used to it.
And I know that's my whole point.
Make a different decision in that spot. I understand.
And that's my whole point.
But you still got to make a different decision.
Let me.
Yeah, so he had a free rush in his face for the 14,000th time, right? Boom. He finally got somebody to fucking do him a somersault, right? And the ball fucking comes out. You said Panay Sewell. You bring all these offense like they follow Fries, like
But that's
Will.
not.
Like those
That's
guys, they
not.
just fall on
That's
the
not
ball when the
real.
ball is on
That's
the
not like.
ground.
I don't know. I don't. That's wishful thinking. I guess I should say. That's like. Yeah, it could have happened, but it's like.
I just thought that was something that we coach as offensive linemen. The ball is on the ground by itself. You just fall on it.
That's
Well,
As
just
an offensive lineman.
Wes, it sound like you saying that it's worse for us to hold it more accountable to Caleb because we've seen him get out of that spot multiple times, and this is the one time.
Absolutely not. I am saying I will love a safety over a touchdown. That's the end of it.
So you taking Caleb completely off the table in terms of
not at all. I am talking about Darnell play. Caleb shouldn't even have the ball. It should have been a run play, period. That's why Ben Johnson got my not so great.
I forget the down and distance. What was the down and distance? Do y'all remember the down and distance?
3.
Yeah.
What was the down?
Second.
Yeah, it was second.
Second down. Look,
you run the ball 2 times. Run the ball 2 times, and then you punt with your 4th round. I just said it, Mark. I said you run the ball twice, and then if you don't get it, you punt it with your 4th round punter that Mark Robbs hates. I said that already. That's what you do in that situation. You with 5 yards from your own line. That's what you do. You don't put Caleb in that situation. He hasn't tried to Houdini the shit out of it.
Nah, I don't agree with that, but because Caleb definitely go play football, fellas. Go move the ball. They moved the ball on us they got it on the 5. They went 95 on us.
Mm-hmm. Good for them. I mean?
They've not been back against the wall before.
Yeah, they've done it before. Look, let me get my grade not so great because we splitting hairs with the Darnell right thing.
Oh,
yeah, we splitting hairs. It's all the same thing. Darnell could have did better on that play for sure. It's like anyway, not so great. Caleb Williams. I'm starting my not so great. Caleb Williams, my not so great. Y'all seen it. Y'all saw what I was. I was very frustrated with Caleb today, even though I thought he played a good football game. Does that make sense, fellas? I was frustrated with him, but I thought he played a good football. This game could have been easily his first 300-yard game of the season for sure. Now, the drops were limited. It was some plays that but there was too many plays I saw this game where I actually thought his accuracy could have been better, should have been better. The one where he almost threw the pick and it hit the DB right in his chest and he dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
The JJ Watt was giving him an excuse. He was like, that's a tough throw to make. I think Caleb should have went somewhere else with it. I'm like, no, fuck no. Caleb can make that play. Make the throw, dude. Make it. You decided to make that throw because you trust your arm and your arm can get it there, and you didn't get it there. It was over the guy's head. That's a layered throw that Caleb can make, and he just did not make it. Don't go nowhere else. Take the throw that you see and you like it because you trust your arm, but make it happen. Execute it. Not only that, but it was it was a couple other passes that were caught that I just thought was off target. There was one to roam across
the one that was in the gap on a coverage on a zone play. What he could
and threw the ball straight to him. He had to reach behind. Yep. He caught it and kept going. They got a first down, but I'm like,
that's not what I was talking about. But all right,
yeah, no. Hold on. But I'm just like, come on, Caleb. That's an easy one. Put it on him. And then it was one when he stepped up in the pocket. They blitzed and he stepped up in the pocket. He had Luther Burden underneath, and you just missed Luther Burden like wide open. I was frustrated with what I was seeing from Caleb, but it's weird because I like what I see from Caleb. Remember, I told y'all he was dealing at one point. He was willing and fucking dealing. I was more pissed about the not going for it on 4th down. Weston mixed it. Remember, I was talking about that situation.
That's why Ben Johnson got my not so great.
Because Caleb was doing so well at that point. Like it felt like he was in rhythm and he was hot. A lot of plays left on the field from Caleb today. I did not like. Now, he bought 3 touchdowns, 19 for 35, 239 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 sack. But see, also, that's another thing. That sack he took, you can't do that, Caleb. You don't do that. That's not what you do, and you cannot do that. What's up, Wes?
I'm sorry, but yeah. I really want Wes to explain his perspective.
Yeah, that's why I said, what's up, Wes?
On what?
the Caleb taking that sack in that spot, and why you don't feel like that was his fault. Well, like, and I'm not
All
saying
right, cool. You want me to tell you exactly who fault it was? Like, we know we do remember we ain't did it with you, Mark. Mixed it up, but Mark Rock, let's the pie, right? That play in itself, 80% of
Be
that pie
quick with it
goes
though.
to
I
the
don't
coach.
want
80,
this.
no,
that same
80%.
play to
Yeah,
keep
no, but my whole thing
taking
is
up
this:
more time.
I'm bringing mix it into the fold.
Yeah, I
So
just
the
don't want that
blame
play to
pie
keep
on that.
taking up
The
more
blame
time.
pie on
Like, fuck
that is
play.
85% of that play's fault is Ben Johnson, because you're supposed to run the ball at that point. Period.
Oh my gosh,
You
really?
run the ball. You run the ball. You run
I
it.
disagree too. Like,
I don't care if y'all disagree, but you run the ball.
okay, yeah,
Because
I mean,
you know
can,
what Caleb is. You know what he's gonna do. Like I like he's gonna try to make something happen. You know he's gonna try.
Mama
Wait,
Blues. Caleb just wasn't. Mama
Okay.
Blue said Caleb wasn't consistent. I agree. He was not consistent today. He just
Right now, that's the thing though. Like prior to that play happening, we seen Caleb come down, and they had a good touchdown on that first drive, because that made it what 7-7 or
first drive they
14?
went 3 and out. The second drive I think they scored.
No, yeah, not that.
y'all
I'm talking about the first, not first drive, first quarter. But when they got that touchdown, did that make us go down 7? Right, it was 14-7 after they got that.
Yep.
Well,
Antenna, you on point, boy. You on point.
What the antenna say?
Keep going.
oh yeah, but like I just think that like I don't really feel like that was a situation that you necessarily gotta call a run, but it is a situation where everybody definitely got to come in and do their job. The fact of the matter is Darnell didn't do his job on that play, i.e. he got beat. But when you in that situation and you see that your man get beat, the option for you cannot be to backtrack 4 yards into the end zone and try to beat him. That's just not. That's not.
What do you mean? That's what he does, though.
Who is this?
Houdini.
It's
Yeah, but you gotta. That's TJ Watt. Look, it's like, yeah. Who is this? I want to shout him out. I just don't know. That's not their name, but I just want to. Yeah, I don't recognize him. So
I don't know what's up with the internet, dude. Like all my apps and everything on my internet all day long has been iffy, to say the least.
Yeah, me too.
Twitter just threw a curveball on us today, so we don't recognize you.
I'm sorry.
Jed is fine. Okay, bet. Jed, appreciate you jumping in there, Jed. In the chat, hit that like button for us. Absolutely subscribe. We go live twice a week, Wednesday nights and post game shows after every single game. So be on the lookout for us, man. But yeah, fellas, let's wrap that play up. We spending too much time on that play. We can spend a block on that play once we start talking about grading Caleb. And then
cool. He next.
Chef West grades with the offense. We got 2 more opportunities to talk about that play. Exactly.
You know, I got them laminated every time, baby.
So yeah, my not so great was Caleb, and then my great was Caleb. It was Caleb.
Wait. Your not so great was Caleb, and your great was Caleb.
My great was Caleb. I was frustrated with him. But at times, that boy was.
Hey, Mark, you failed algebra, dude.
The dude threw. The dude, some of those touchdowns he was throwing. First of all, the one he threw to Loveland, the one he threw, he looked Rome. The one he threw to DJ. First of all, he threw 2 to DJ, but the deep one he threw to DJ or
he looked off Rome because Ramsey ran with Rome.
Ramsey checked him and then boom, got him. Get your eyes back to DJ and make. Hold on, Wes. Jump in when I'm done with my grade.
I got it.
But he was wheeling and dealing at one point in that game. He was hot at one point, but he was sporadic though. Somebody put it in the chat. He was very inconsistent. That was the reason I gave him my not so great. I didn't like it. It was a lot of gimmies. Like Wes, you know this. Marcus Mixon, you know this. I don't like. I see it differently than most people see it. They ready to just dog them for some of these inaccuracies. There's a lot that go into it, though. Maybe the route should have been 10 yards and out, and the wide receiver ran 12 and out. That's going to throw off, you know what I mean? If I tell you 10, I need 10. This is football now. This is timing of this offense. If I tell you 10, you cannot run 11 or 12. It's going to throw off everything. Shit like that. So, but today, like, it was some gimmies. he left on the field. That's why he got my not so great. But like again, 3 touchdowns. Marcus Mixon, you talked about it earlier in the show. He was in control. I really felt like Ben could have gave him more. I think Monungai's touchdown. Remember I talked about it, fellas, in the group chat? That should have been his 4th touchdown. It could have been. Now, Monungai got it on a 3rd down run. Caleb could have eased. Give Caleb 3 chances at that thing. You don't think he gets in the end zone the way he was playing? Now, for other games, we stalled in the red zone. This game, Caleb, that's his 4th touchdown easily. So, Rob, you are hilarious. I'm just being honest. Probably the first show we giving somebody a not so great and a great in the same sentence.
Never heard of it. That's
just
it's your show. You got it.
That's just how I felt today. I felt because if Caleb hits those ones that I gave him a not so great for, oh man, he's the player of the game easily. Easily.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Can I ask you a question about
you got a Mexican guard head?
Talk to me.
So, like, would you so you would just say Caleb played? Would you say he played decent? He played good? You don't think I know you're not gonna say he did great.
I think he did good.
Okay. Now, the reason why I'm asking you that question is because we seen Caleb at this point throw somewhere between high 50s, low 60s in terms of percentage and stuff like that. I feel like, but we also said in this game, we felt like he was pretty much in control. For me, these last few weeks, more than seeing us win by 7 or 10 or 12 or whatever the case is, I've been wanting to see Caleb just be in control, not sporadic, not having to run all over the place and make a play, but to just be in control, throw in time and stuff like that. And I feel like in this game, we've seen that more than we've seen in other games. Like they've had 3 or 4 plays where he threw the ball with anticipation. They, before they even, cut on their route, they turn around, the ball is already there. Just like that touchdown.
You seen it, man?
He did it a couple times.
Rome almost got smoked. He got his head turned around, and that ball was right there.
Right there.
He been throwing. But look, you know what that is? And Wes, we've been talking about this all year. Once you learn this playbook, you get more familiar with where these players need to be, and you know exactly where they need to be. You can play faster. You can play faster, and it's happening, man.
Can I say it? Can I say it? Did you see young bucks right here? You see this young boy Ben Johnson? You see this young boy Caleb? You see my man's Romazunde? Did you see that one pass that Caleb let the ball go? Rome was still looking away, turned around and caught the ball. That's learning this system. Right, that's what this team is doing. Like we have 6 years of fucking 8-3s constantly. Is what I'm telling Bears fans. And I know we could, like I said, Mark, we say all the time, like overall as Bears fans, we love the finish of it. 8-3 is great. 8-3 is great. You know what I mean?
And we only getting better.
But we sit here on our podcast and we chop down and we narrate and we, like I said in the text, we can split hairs all you want. That's what we fucking do. We're gonna split the hairs.
Nah, y'all splitting hairs on that one play. There's some things that is just.
Oh no, I'm just saying. Period. We split hair. That's what we do. We go down to split the hair. Like we figure all the things out and we go down to split. Not just that one play. You gave Caleb a good, a great and not so great. Was he great or was he not so great?
No, he wasn't. He was not great.
But he was great.
He wasn't not so great either. You get what I'm saying? So I gave him.
Well, he was great.
Hold on.
But he was not so great.
Yes, but look, the thing about the not so great segment, what I say, it could be anything. It could be a unit. It could be a play. It could be the refs. It could be anything that you felt was not so great in this game. Right, cool. Caleb sporadic. So would it be better if I was more specific with his inaccuracy was not so great? That would make you feel
not
better.
So great. Yeah, you
not so great. And then the great was Caleb's control of the game. How about that? That'd be better.
That's splitting hairs. That's the definition of splitting hairs, my Rob.
No, it's not because it's not. It was right there for everybody saw it though. Like you acting like I'm the only one who saw this. Everybody
I hear what you're saying.
I
hear what you're saying.
Caleb was very sporadic on some of these throws. One moment he's just willing and dealing. He's on the money, getting the ball out of that play action and putting it on the receiver before they can even see the ball. Before their head even snapped around to see the ball. And then another moment you missing Luther Burden right in front of you, 5 yards. That if he catch that ball, he's taking it 15.
So he
I
was
just
great.
didn't like it.
So he was great.
He was in control of the game. You don't win that game without him.
I didn't say we don't. I'm just saying, was he great?
The segment is not great. It could be good and bad. It's not so great and great, good and bad, like dislike. That is, you just don't start because I see what you're doing, and
You see what I'm saying? You splitting hairs is exactly what I'm saying.
not splitting hairs. Okay, anyway,
I'm misconstruing on the segment.
Hold on, let me ask my question real quick.
Go ahead.
So, like, when we talk about Caleb and being not so great or whatever, so a lot of the times is him being inconsistent, stuff like that, stuff that we've seen before, right? And that usually shows up in his throwing percentage, right? So what my question to you is there a version of Caleb that you see that could play a quote-unquote great game and go 19 for 32 or miss 10, you know what I'm saying? Because you said before on the sign, you said before on the show multiple times.
Yes.
Hold on, this is because this was for Mark Robgate. But you said on the show multiple times that this is Caleb. You know what I'm saying? We're not seeing him throw 65% plus or whatever. We talk about Ben Johnson setting the mark at 70%. Okay, so if Caleb comes in here and throws 58 or 59% in the game, is that, even though that's the case, are there still avenues to where you could say he had a great game?
Absolutely. Giants game. He was not, his passing percentage was not good, but he played great. We literally won that game because of him. Now you had 8 drops. There's plays out there that ain't all on Caleb. There are drops out there that brings that completion percentage down.
Right.
But there are times when the wide receiver is where they need, and they do everything right, and Caleb just misses the pass. Now, like I said, Giants game is a perfect example of him not having a good completion percentage and having a great game. Now, if you want to be like getting to the nitty gritty with it, shit, he could have these numbers right that he had today, and you walk away with 5 touchdowns. That's a great game.
Because to be honest, I'm just looking at it from the stat point of this game, and I'm just like, well, before I even looked at the stats, in my mind, I'm like, I'm satisfied with what Caleb put on the field today.
Yes,
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Before I even go and look at the stats and say, oh, he threw this percentage or whatever the case is, I'm just off of what I'm watching on the field, I'm like, yeah, that's a good game. So I think.
But another thing that to go with my not so great though, it was the sporadicness, and I'm not letting Caleb off the hook for that. That you gave the other team points, bro. Like, you didn't just turn the ball over. You gave them 6. That cannot happen. That's not who Caleb is.
Exactly,
and it happened today.
Exactly,
you know what I mean? No Darnell Wright, nothing. I'm taking him out.
Cool.
He don't need to fall on it. Caleb, you gave them those points. That's, you know what I mean? That's what the standard, fellas. I'm gonna keep talking about the standard. I'm not gonna sit here and hold Rome and Darnell to these standards and then let Caleb get off and say somebody should have jumped on that ball for him. No, Caleb absolutely should have made a better decision knowing TJ Watt is on that right side. Now, maybe you trusted Darnell Wright too much. You know what I mean? Maybe you thought your boy was going, but your boy didn't come through and you made it even worse. So
my question is, why does he get your grade? That's my point.
Because he was willing and
throw.
He made great throws. Yeah, sure. He made good throws.
The throws you was just talking about. Didn't you just talk about a throw he made to Rome? Yeah,
he was so good. He was good. You know what good is? Good as him.
Great and not so. Wes, you are an OG of the show. You know the great and not so great is not just.
I never did a duel. I never dueled a great and not so great with us. Same person.
Okay, so what was your grade? Your grade was the defense. The defense was not great today.
My grade was DA.
Yeah, DA was not great.
They were
good. They were fine.
Taking the ball off the field a bunch of times. He dialing up stuff with limited this kind of stuff. My not so great was Ben Johnson.
10 points. That's great. Now, no, because you're doing the same thing to me, and I'm telling you, but you notice the segment is great, not so great.
Right, but I never heard it was the same person. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no,
we
that's
never had
the
the same
issue.
person.
Don't say that. Don't
That's
start
what I'm
talking about
saying.
you're
How
holding
can you
on
be
to the
great?
word
How
great.
can you be great and not so great at the same time? That's
You're
all I'm
hanging
saying.
on to the word great for what? You know what the segment is.
I know. That's
It's
all
the
I'm
segment,
saying.
not
I didn't know we could
that's
do
the
that.
name of the segment. It's good and
All right,
bad.
fine.
Likes and dislikes.
Okay.
Likes and dislikes.
Yeah, it's
All
not.
right, fine.
He's holding on to great.
And I said let's split hairs.
What are you
But that's
talking
you
about?
got it down at the bottom of the screen. It says who's great and not great. How can I be great and not be great?
Wes, this ain't your first rodeo. This ain't your first show. Because you
I
just told
know,
me
I'm
DA
asking
was
a
great.
question.
You gave 28 points today.
Okay,
the
with
defense,
nobody.
the offense was on a
With
roll.
nobody on a strong run team.
I don't care. You're not getting graded on the curve. This ain't
I'm not gonna. That was great for you, DA. You brought in you brought in people that make tacos on a stand on Michigan Avenue to make stops on fourth downs, and that's what they did.
Exactly what you're doing.
Oh my God. I'm
fine.
sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
fine.
That's what I'm just saying. That's what DA did.
Yes, Caleb is my great. Caleb is my not so great.
All right, fine.
First time it happened on the show. Confusing some people.
Yes.
Some OGs.
All right, cool.
But I guess it is what it is. Look, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. This is what we do here. We talk football. We evaluate the Bears in different ways than other people do on any other podcast.
Get real, and no other space to say.
So we got post game.
You say what?
We going into the post game.
Yes, Yes. We got. Hang on a second, fellas. Let me. We got Ben Johnson coming up. We got Caleb Williams at the podium as well. But before we get into that, because we usually wait too long, I want to play it right now. This is a victory. The Bears are 8-3. The locker room celebration. Ben Johnson. This is an interesting one. Right when we finish it, we're gonna talk about what we saw. Here's Ben Johnson and those boys.
Oh yeah! Man, I tell you what, it takes a village. It takes a village. And I'm talking about players, I'm talking about coaches, I'm talking about training staff, I'm talking about everybody in this building. Everybody. And here we are towards the back half of the season, and our depth is being tested. Mm-hmm. All right? It would have been so easy to walk. Man, how are we going to win this game? We got no linebackers. What are you talking about? We got no linebackers. How are we going to win this game?
Ain't that what we was saying?
Night. Jordan Jackson goes down for a minute. Luke Newman steps up.
My boy.
Theo's down. Ozzie steps up. Man, I can keep going on and on and on and on, man. Credit to you guys. That's number 8. Yes, sir. That's number 8. All right? I got 2 game balls here. 2 game balls. Number 1 is this. Like I said, man, we had a lot of guys go down on defense. This guy stepped up. He wore the green dot. He had us going all game long. DJ, come on,
Hey, man, I couldn't do it with everybody in this room, man. Hey, like you said, it takes a village, man. The DBs from the D-line to the special teams to offense, man. We all had each other's back, man, and I appreciate y'all, boys.
Man, I tell you what, this guy's been getting hot lately. I don't know if you guys have been feeling it, but I certainly have. Since the bye week, it's just each week, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. It's going up. Give me a little Marquez Sledge!
Wow.
Hey, I just want y'all to know I appreciate everybody in this room, man. Let's keep going.
Yes, sir. Hey, breathe on it now, breathe on it.
Quick and simple. That's what vets do.
Never let it rest. Good gets better. Good gets better. And it better gets better. Anybody gets better. Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Remember I told y'all while y'all was debating, Wes had a glitch. He'll be back. I told y'all while y'all was debating that play, the infamous play. It's going down as the infamous play. That was the DeMarco Jackson game ball, Montez Sweat game ball. Would you have given those game balls out if you were in that situation? We're gonna do game balls at the end of the show, but like DeMarco Jackson.
he led the team in tackles, I think. And he filled in the big spot. And it's like, yeah, they I felt like, and I told you, like, early in the game, I felt like they was kind of getting gashed on the defense a little bit. But I feel like they, like, in the second half, they definitely came through. We got Dan Tanner, tell us what his stats is in the comments, bro. Because
Please.
I can't see him on my screen no more, but I'm going to have to go back and watch that game on replay. I got to see it. But
I mean, you see it, 15 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. You know, I was critical on the linebackers earlier in our group chat. You seen me. I know what I'm looking for. I fly around. I needed to see you flying around, getting to the ball. This tells me 15 tackles from him, 14 total from you're flying around. I'm not talking about whether you tackled them after they got 5 yards or they picked up the first down. You're flying around. It starts there as a linebacker.
That's what it really says to me, is like, you're not just letting nothing get free. Like, every time they try to make a big play out of something, you there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that played a big factor in it too. And then shout out to Montez Sweat too. He only had 3 tackles for the game. I think he had a potential to have like 6 with like another sack at least. But he missed a couple of tackles. Got to clean that up, especially with how much he gets paid, and it was just what we kind of expected from that position. So especially with Dio being out, like Dio, I don't really feel like he was bringing much up to the table for you to begin with. But with him being out now, it's back, like magnifying glass is just back on you. What you gonna do? And you've been producing, so shout out to him.
What was the stat mixed it? Was it 5? Well, this would be 6 out of 7, right? Or were they counting this game?
This game,
were they counting it when they said 5? The last
I don't think they counted
5 games out of 6.
Yeah, but he had 2 in this game.
Right. So would that push it the last 6? He got a sack in the last 6 out of 7 games then?
Yep.
Okay. So, man, look, that's why I wanted that sack for him. That's why I was critical of him. You know what I mean? When he missed Rudolph, go get your 3rd one. Go get a hat trick, man. Like, let's be great today. Let's handle business.
And it's like we was talking about splitting hairs and stuff. Those are the same plays that these players go back to the sideline and say, that's one I want back. You know what I'm saying? So if we want it back for y'all, we know y'all got to want it back. And
absolutely
back more than we want it back for y'all, you probably shouldn't be up in that spot anyway, because we looking for a lot more, you know. So
like that, and that's the thing. And we're not saying anything these players ain't saying to themselves. So I talked about when we were in the green room, when I mentioned Caleb was kind of upset that the game wasn't in his hand. He likes the game in his hands at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And he was kind of upset on the sideline that it wasn't in his hands. And you mentioned that, here go my boy Wes. You mentioned that maybe it's that, but also he knew he left some plays out there.
Opportunities. Yeah. Like, you leaving plays on the table where you know you can't do that, especially when you're trying to close the door, because it looks like for the umpteenth time in a row, we can't just get the door all the way closed. We got to leave it cracked a little bit. And we're trying to, you know, put that to bed. But even then, I still feel good about, like, how we carried this game. Wes, what jersey you got on?
The only jersey that matter.
Oh, okay. Nah.
I put my DJ on.
And I was just
the Caleb. I'm finna get him a non guy in the Loveland, and I'm probably gonna commit this soon enough.
I can't look when we talk about the offense getting the Chef West grades. It's a lot of conversation to have on that side of the ball.
Well, you know what,
Wes, did you hear the locker room? You was able to hear it?
I didn't hear the locker room. I did hear the Ben Johnson post game for sure, and I heard Montez Sweat presser.
I'll play it again for you then.
I missed it.
Yeah, you bounced out right when.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna tell you, it's crazy weather in Arizona, and I'm gonna send it to you guys.
Yeah, y'all had a hailstorm out there in Arizona.
Yeah, it was ice on the ground in the fucking desert out here, dude. It's crazy.
That is
all right.
Desert. You see, I got a hoodie. Look, I got a hoodie on. I don't even wear this shit. Like, I found this.
I was looking because you was talking last week. you was like, you mentioned something about our weather or whatever, something like that. And I looked, I'm
we
like,
had
damn, it's cold out there
thunderstorms.
too.
Yeah, it's been thunderstorms. We had what they call the meteorologist, Courtney Ortiz. I think that's her name. Or Crystal Ortiz is the Phoenix weather. She's like, yes, we have unusual weather. It's a microburst. Blew out everything. And I'll send y'all the pictures. And we can put on a show for all you fans who want to know what I did, whatever. So I'm talking about trees. Like my neighbors, our trees fell down like 2 or 3 weeks ago and crushed their cars.
That's crazy.
Like bad weather.
Mother
Like I came home
Nature.
from work. I know. I came home. I'm driving home my work van. As y'all know, I do commercial HVAC and refrigeration kind of thing. I come home. I can't even pull into I had to go the back way to come in. And it was just like trees down all over the Phoenix metropolitan area. It was crazy over the last, I call it 6 weeks, dude.
Do y'all usually have any like inclement
weather? No, I've been here 9 years, dude. And I joke with Mark Rob. Remember I joked with you about like how bad the weather is up there in Wisconsin? Remember I said that? I'm like, hey, look, I wear t-shirts and shorts and I just chill, you know what I'm saying? I mean, my kids, we go to the pool 9 months out of the sun. Not this year, dude.
It's like
y'all
get a little bit, everything gets shut down.
A little balance. What did I say? A mix. What I say? Balance. Nature balancing shit out. We had 4 years of good years constantly, and now I can't go outside. I ain't seen the sun in like 27 days.
You want so Wes, do you want me to play? You want to hear the locker room or?
Of course I do.
All right, let me play.
I mean, I can listen to it myself, but I want to play. How long is it? 3 minutes?
It's like 2 minutes. I'll play it again real quick.
If y'all don't want to give me 2 minutes, that's fine. I'll take 2 minutes. Sorry.
Here's the locker room.
Man, I tell you what, it takes a village. It takes a village. And I'm talking about players. I'm talking about coaches. I'm talking about training staff. I'm talking about everybody in this building. Everybody. And here we are towards the back half of the season, and our depth is being tested. All right? It would have been so easy to walk. Man, how are we going to win this game? We got no linebackers. What are they talking about? We got no linebackers.
What they going to say now?
You guys don't bat an eye. Jonah Jackson goes down for a minute. Luke Newman steps up.
Luke, that's my boy. Hey, wait to see about
this. Steps up. Man, I can keep going on and on and on and on, man. Credit to you guys. That's number 8. Yes, sir. That's number 8. All right? I got 2 game balls here. 2 game balls. Number 1 is this. Like I said, man, we had a lot of guys go down on defense. This guy stepped up. He wore the green dot. He had a green all game long. DJ, come on, man.
Hey, man, I couldn't do it with everybody in this room, man. Hey,
that's DeMarco Jackson?
The village, man. The DBs from the D-line to the special teams, the offense, man. We all had each other's back, man, and I appreciate y'all, boys.
Man, I tell you what, this guy's been getting hot lately. I don't know if you guys have been feeling it, but I certainly have. Since the bye week, it's just each week, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more.
It better not be a more.
Give me a little Marquez Sledge!
Hey, I just want y'all to know I appreciate everybody in this room, man. Let's keep going.
Yes, sir.
Simple.
Hey, breathe on in now, breathe on in. Good, better, bad. Good, better, bad. Never let it rest. Never let it rest. Good gets better. Good gets better. Any better gets better. Any better gets better. Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bears.
Man,
I needed that, Mark. I was
telling Mixed It when y'all was talking about that play, the infamous play. I was watching that, and that's when I kept cutting in like, oh man, this is a good one. Last week was kind of iffy. He gave it to Cairo. Kevin Warren got one, and then Duvernay. I thought Duvernay deserved, but this one, DeMarco Jackson, Montez Sweat. Look, we put the stats up here. I'll do it again. DeMarco Jackson led the team, 15 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss. And then Montez Sweat. You see Montez Sweat numbers at the bottom. At the bottom of it. 3 total tackles, three tackles for loss. 1 strip sack, one of those turnovers at the 2 turnovers. Hey, what are your thoughts on those 2 game balls? Me and Marcus Mixed talked about our thoughts on the game balls. What?
Hold on. My bad, Wes. Before you go, I just
No, you got it. I can hear y'all.
did make a mistake on this. Montez.
I didn't think he did.
No, you talking about the graphic.
Oh.
Go ahead. What is it?
One of them was a strip sack. I forgot to put the information about his other sack up there.
Okay, I got you.
So it was 3 total tackles, 2 sacks was in that 3 total.
Okay, I got you. Which is our chat is pretty privy and smart. Wes, thoughts on DeMarco Jackson and Montez Sweat getting game balls from the coach?
Let me just say this: Montez Sweat deserve. I mean, he deserved game balls. Hey, Mark, Rock, what we say? What do we say in the off season? We talked about how much money that we was putting out there, and people, we need to show the fuck up. We called out. In this podcast. We called out Montez Sweat. We called out Tremaine. We called them out. We called out that interior. Joe Tooney. Obviously, we didn't call Joe Tooney out. We just said Joe Tooney would have been Joe Tooney anyway. But Drew Dahlman, Jonah Jackson, that's why when you say them, Jonah Jackson too, Jonah Jackson got his ass right back up and went out and kept going and pushing. Like, we talked about all this money that we put out to these people. And from last season, exactly, to be specific. So I'm gonna send these 2. I'm gonna give these 2 people they shit who showed up, which was Montez Sweat.
You don't like the DeMarco Jackson?
And who?
You don't like the DeMarco Jackson?
I like DeMarco Jackson. I'm not mad at him. We just got him in like 3 weeks,
game ball
in the middle of the season. My whole thing is like what we said before any of this happened. You got it. Go to mama. she say, Daddy, I like seeing you on TV because in my bedroom, my lady, she put the podcast on the big TV, so she think I'm on TV, but she don't know. It's fine. She's 5, whatever. But we did say 2 things. Mark Rock, we said what? We said 2 people on defense for sure. Montez Sweat and Tremaine. We said we gave y'all a ton of money a minute ago. I think we gave them money in Justin Fields' era. Am I wrong for saying that? Right. We gave y'all Justin Fields' era money. We need y'all to fucking show the fuck up. I'm not mad at Tremaine's injured or whatever he got to go do. I don't give a fuck. But this season, I'm gonna be in the present, as they say. I'm gonna take my immediate blessing and say, Sweat has been cool, so good. Tremaine has been so good this year for us.
Do you think DeMarco Jackson deserved the game ball from?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, shit. We can go back to when Moody kicked the game-winning field goal. If they would have gave Moody a fucking ball, sure, he deserved a ball this week.
I think they did. Yeah, they definitely gave.
I think. Hey, you go. Are you gonna be here next week? Maybe not. Maybe that's if
next man up. That's what this was. It was next man up, man. DeMarco
you deserve it. DeMarco make big plays on top of it, though.
What I was saying before you jump back in was, I was critical of the linebacker play early on in the game. I was, and
it was bad.
When you see this, 15 from DeMarco and then 14 from Amen Agbamiga, you're flying around the football field. That's step 1. Fly around the football field. No matter, okay, you might tackle. They might get 10 yards before you tackle them, or they might get 5 yards before you. But fly around the football field, and that's what they were doing today. That's step 1, and then everything else gonna take care of itself. Because if you reading your cues and your keys, you're gonna be in the right spot.
Hey, Mark Wright, you're the linebacker. I'm a safety. You missed your gap assignment, but you flew to the ball.
Get to the ball.
Contain. Right? That's defense. Am I wrong for saying that?
Get to the ball. Helmets
Get
to
to the
the
ball.
football.
That's what I'm
And-
just saying. Like, go ahead, Mix it. You got something to say?
No. Go ahead. Finish.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I know I played safety for a year. I hated it so much, but it's fine. That was
One of the
physical.
easiest, one of the easiest positions to play.
I know, and I hated every moment of it. Not every moment of it. Let me take that back. I think it was the team I was on. I just hated playing for the team I was on. I was really good with it. I mean, in my high school career, I had like 20 interceptions in a year and a half. Because I'm nation right. Like, I'm a ball hawk kind of person. You know what I mean? But what I knew about the linebackers was, hey, gap assignment, attack. You know what I mean? And fly to the ball. That's what I was told. It's
Gotta run around, gotta fly around.
you gotta get it. You gotta fly. And they told us the same thing. They told us safety, like, hey, look, if they get a touchdown, that's your fucking fault as a safety.
Yeah.
As a safety, that's what I was taught. No touchdown.
Before we move on to the to Ben Johnson speaking, because you just asked the question about DeMarco Jackson and the game balls. As far as DeMarco Jackson getting a game ball, I think this I like it, but I'm gonna tell you why. When we look at Tremaine Edmonds' best game on the season, I want to say Tremaine Edmonds had 15 total tackles that game. That was his highest in one game in the season, but it's also the fact.
Do you remember what game that was?
I'm trying to remember.
Raiders, I think.
It was pretty early in the season though.
Okay, yeah, keep going. I just wanted to.
I just
He got
guessed.
50 tackles in the game, and we just seen DeMarco Jackson come and put up, similar production. Like, it didn't really fall off a cliff. And then on top of that, he's wearing the green dot, which means you call him the plays for the defense. You know what I'm saying? Like
that green fucking dot is huge.
Right. Like he took on a big role, and he did play it well, at least for my opinion. And I feel like with him being in that spot, it kind of gave us the best position to win as far as defense goes on the field. So I was pretty happy with him getting a game ball. I think it was good.
I thought so too. And I'm just trying to look. I was trying to find how many in Tremaine's highest tackle game, how many solos were there in that game. But that's nor here nor there. The green dot. And I didn't even mention that. I forgot he had the green dot. You getting the plays, you calling and you making the checks. You are the captain of the defense. I was Mike. I called that. That's a lot of responsibility. Now, your team ain't stupid. They know what's going on. So you calling strong side, weak side. You call it. So when you the Will and the Sam got to switch depending on the strong side. Now we didn't have no Sam out there. We was running nickel, damn near. We probably ran nickel all game. So DeMarco Jackson stepped up. He's a vet though. He's a vet, and I would have liked to see Ruben Hippolyte play. Just to see what you got. What what do you have? Yeah, that's a draft.
So bad.
I want to see it. I want to see it, but he got hurt, like you said, on his day off. Well, I want to say
got
day
fired
off.
on his day off. They got fired on his day off. That's how I feel. He played a quarter.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I wanted to see him out there. But all right, so we got, like I said, we got Ben Johnson to get to. We got Caleb Williams to get to. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. Here's Ben Johnson. After going 8-3.
You didn't say it. Say it, my Rob. Ben Johnson, what? In a week, what?
Huh?
I said Ben Johnson does what and we does what?
Oh, yeah, that's a Wednesday thing. But wait, when Ben speaks, we listen. When Ben speaks, we listen.
I don't give a fuck. On the podcast, we say it all the time. That's our coach.
Here's Ben Johnson.
So a few injuries that popped up there. Tyreek had a hip, Hippolyte had a shoulder, and then Dom Robinson is in concussion protocol. So we'll see how those things trend here this week and whether we'll have them for the next game or not. But really proud of the guys. Thought they did a phenomenal job just responding. I knew we were decimated in certain areas, and yet it's easy the easy thing is to say, woe is me, and our guys didn't do that. They just stepped up and kept battling through. It happens to most teams each season too, where your depth gets tested, and it just so happens it was this week for us. And so, can't say enough good things about the linebackers that stepped up in that game. D-Jack was our starting Mike, and he called that game. He was the green dot. And I thought he did a great job. We thought Ruben was going to be our will linebacker, and he goes down with the injury early in the game, and Eamon comes in, and he doesn't miss a beat for a guy that really hasn't played a whole lot of football this year. So that was so encouraging to see. McLeod takes Tyreek's spot on the outside, and he's out there competing just like he has all year long. On the offensive side, we got, Theo's down, and Ozzie steps up at left tackle, and then Jonah goes down for a hell of a win, fellas. We'll talk about it. Guard, and so
we'll get some credit to this goddamn team.
And I just think that's the type of guys that we have, the caliber of people that we have. They just keep fighting away and keep plugging away. So it was great to get number 8, and they'll enjoy it here tonight, and tomorrow we'll be in the building on a short week getting ready for the next game. So go ahead and open up from there.
With that injury, with all the injuries that are happening to your team, it seems natural for someone to have low morale after that. What is your message, or what was your message to your team to fight through all of that?
Well, this is every team. This is the NFL. So this is what happens.
Don't give me injury. That's why I hate when any
iPhone 17, iPad, and Apple Watch, all for $0.
To everybody got injuries.
Season, and it just so happened back half of the season's when it caught up to us a little bit, and we'll get some of the reinforcements back at some point, but until then we got to hold down the fort, and so that's what we'll do. And these guys are going to go out and compete. This is what we've been practicing for, what we've been training for all along. The coaching staff has known this. All of our practice squad players, they know it's highly likely that they'll get called upon at some point, and it's just I can't say enough good things about the guys that stepped up today to help us win that ball game.
What did you make of Kim's
performance? Once again, I got to go look at that tape. But 31 points on offense, and that's always a good thing when you get over 30. So from my perspective, we probably had a couple that we let it get away from us, but that's I don't know many quarterbacks that do play a perfect game.
You're 38, you take the delay. What happened?
Yeah, we just didn't get it off in time. And in the fourth quarter, those guys know I'm not going to call my timeouts because we're going to need those later on.
Let's talk about complementary football. I think the offense scored touchdowns both times after the takeaways. What impressed you about that?
Say it again.
Defense got the takeaways, and the offense turned them into touchdowns.
Yeah, it's something that we'd love to do. I mean, we've had so many takeaways this year. Our defense just, is part of their calling card. And so we've done a solid job of
everybody said the takeaways wasn't sustainable
second in the league in points off turnovers. And so we really needed
sustainable
that
now.
Day. You certainly felt it, with Shawnee's interception there on the sideline, the whole sideline kind of ignited, gave us
they trying to get another one, man.
And offense was able to capitalize on that and score our first touchdown of the game. So it's good to see that complementary football, and we're going to need more of that here going forward.
What's it like on the sideline?
You need one more?
Just kind of keeping track of all the guys who are down.
You greedy, Mark Rob.
I got a standard.
You greedy, Mark Rob.
Standard.
How everything came together.
I know it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, I think you can't understate the importance of these guys. I'm talking about the coaching staff. That's
great
all 3 phases. They do a phenomenal job of piecing this thing together. We meet early in the week and we kind of forecast how we think it's going to go. And then the week of practice kind of dictates who's going to be up and who's going to be down to a degree. But, each week's a little bit different story. And like I said, you got different guys stepping up and answering that bell. And that's why the week of preparation is so important for us too. These young players, they get a chance to instill confidence in the coaching staff and find a role and a niche when there's an opportunity available. So it's good.
Again, for just a housekeeping thing, do you expect him back this year?
Who? Tremaine? I think so. Yeah.
The touchdown to DJ on the free play.
Yeah.
What do you like about just the recognition, how Karen Caleb and DJ?
Yeah, it was something that we thought we might be able to get them to jump off sides. It's such a good pass rushing group. We were trying to find ways to slow them down a little bit, and that was an opportunity for us to work our cadence. And I thought the execution of it was really well done. Something we've been working on since the springtime through training camp, and everybody on offense has slowly but surely gotten better at that. And so great job by Drew pulling the trigger, seeing it out of his periph, and then Caleb finding the open receiver. Really
that was our second free play.
Rodgers wasn't going to play. What's the message to the team 2 hours before?
Nothing. We just keep playing. Yep. Doesn't matter who's out there.
What's the feedback to Caleb after the strip sack?
Just hold on to the ball. Yeah. We know how important these turnovers are. We can't have them. They're not okay. So
simple. It's
we're
not
well
okay.
aware of that.
You
got it. Yeah, you got it, Pat.
You've got a really quick turnaround here. What is your focus in the next couple of days? Do you turn the page tonight and go on to Philly, or how did your routine change in this?
Well, it's something we've been mindful of the moment the schedule came out.
Got 2 games.
Our
you got
coaches,
another
I
game
know our
in 5
defensive
days.
coaches were certainly in the office.
I think we'll see
later,
Jalen Johnson
towards
that
the end of the week there, getting ahead. We'll have some
Maybe
coaches
Tyler
going to the
too.
office after the game here tonight, and then tomorrow it's going to be full steam ahead. So we actually get an extra day. Normally you go Sunday to Thursday at least once a year. So Sunday to Friday is actually going to be pretty nice.
What impressed you about Montez's performance today, especially?
He's been heating up since the bye week. Tez has, and you've just felt it each week. He seems to impact the game a little bit more each week, and so I think he had 2. Is that right? And had a chance for a third. It felt like out there from my count, but it's good to see that come on just like that. I feel him. I feel Grady. I feel Book. I feel all those guys, and it's whenever we get that 2-score lead there, that's when it certainly starts playing in our favor a little bit more as well.
Did something unlock Tez? You mentioned the bye. Was it something that you guys sat down and figured out, or is it just a function of he's just been?
No. I think he's capitalizing on those opportunities. But he's been a good player for a long time. So it's just, it's been really good to see though.
Last one. We talked during the week about the middle eight. What did you like about, especially the way you came out of the half and Caleb, I think 5 for 5 on that drive, just in terms of responding to halftime in the first half? Yeah, did a nice job there before halftime, getting the field goal. Could have had a little bit cleaner operation just as a whole unit there throughout that, but we were able to get the 3, and then defense came and got us a stop to start the second half, and offense did a nice job piggybacking on it. You kind of I just feel the flow of the game sometimes. I think Jeff Joniak just told me there's 18 straight passes. I don't think of those things in the moment. I just kind of, what do I feel like is going to work best next? But I thought Caleb did a nice job there in that middle eight of finding some completions for us.
Hold the fuck. So 18 straight passes at one point in the middle. Look. I knew, I felt it, I seen it. Your quarterback was wheeling and fucking dealing at one point. Yes, he was sporadic. Yes, he was inconsistent on his ball placement. You don't throw 18 straight passes if your quarterback ain't wheeling and dealing. And Ben Johnson felt that same thing. He's seen that same thing. That's really what pissed me off the most about not going for it on that 4th and 1, because your quarterback was in rhythm, man. He was feeling good about how what he was seeing and what the defense was showing him. Now, there was one issue I did have with Ben Johnson that we ain't talked about yet, and I know y'all remember it was the delay game.
Yep.
And they kept talking about it. They kept talking about like they brought a safety up, and Caleb didn't see the clock, and Caleb was trying to, yeah. And can Caleb call that timeout? Yes. But guess what Caleb was doing? Caleb's working. He's working. And guess what your head coach is doing? Nothing but watching. Call the timeout.
Absolutely not.
Call the goddamn timeout, Ben. Your quarterback is trying to dissect and see what's going on in front of him. Ben, call it. Call it. You're not doing shit but watching. So call the timeout.
My turn.
Yeah, you gotta be better.
All right, cool. He said it. They know I'm not calling those fucking timeouts. They said, what happened with the game? He was like, my people know I'm not calling no timeout for you. You get out there, you go do it. Hike the fucking ball. Nope. He said it, Mark.
I don't give a fuck what he said. He said a lot of shit. I don't agree with everything. I'm not one of these dudes who in Ben we trust. Ben can do no wrong. Call the goddamn timeout.
I didn't say he didn't. He can do no wrong. What I'm saying is
call the
what
timeout.
exactly what he just said. You
I heard
the
him.
presser.
That's why I
You
brought
heard
it
what he
up.
said, and they
That's why
brought
I
it
brought
up
it up.
too. And they asked, he said,
Call it.
my guys know I'm not calling timeout.
Well,
y'all need to get the ball. You hike the fucking ball.
Call the timeout.
I'm not.
Before
No,
it comes
I'm not.
back to bite you in the ass like
Why?
it did Matt Eberflus.
Why?
Call a
Eberflus
timeout.
never called timeout. He didn't know enough. Don't make Eberflus is Ben Johnson. Let's stop playing and stop acting like that's a thing. Not even close. Good, great, no.
Other than that, I didn't have an issue with what Ben Johnson did today. It was those two moments. Not going for it on fourth, not calling that timeout. Do something.
I understood.
You're not just the offensive coordinator anymore. You're a head coach. Let's be a head coach too.
He's a head coach.
I felt like honestly, up into this, like throughout this whole season, I honestly feel like Ben Johnson is a better head coach. He's being a better head coach than he is an offensive coordinator. That's the way I feel. I feel like he's been doing his thing. Call the timeout.
The only thing, that's why he not going to use my timeouts. He gonna leave it up to Iceman.
That's
what they call him.
I think in that situation with the 4th and 1 when he didn't go for it.
Camera off.
Yeah, I'm trying to get. It's because people keep calling me, so I'm trying to like let them know.
Oh,
but,
you're on. Okay.
Yeah, but as far as the 4th down where he didn't go for it and he called the punt, I wasn't really mad at that. As far as that situation, though, I definitely feel like he should have took the timeout because that's just free penalty yardage. Like that is different than not going for it on 4th and 1 when you're on your own side of the field. So I wasn't that mad at that. I get the point too in terms of like, because I don't feel like they couldn't have got it if they went for it, but it's just like if they get out here and they line up somebody, get a flag or anything or whatever, what I'm saying, whatever the case is. So I was just like, I'd rather just not mess around while we got the lead, because if I get another stop, we can get another opportunity to close the door. So that's how I felt about.
And absolutely, like Ben trusted his defense in that situation. That's what you do when you do trust your defense. Maybe Dennis Allen told him, "So I got it. We'll get a stop. We'll stop that possession." I've seen him go for it. I've seen it. We saw Mike Tomlin go for it, and they told us Mike does not go for it, and they went for it on the fake tush push, 60-yard, whatever the fuck it ended up being. But yeah, I mean. Like I said, those is what I had issues with, and other than Ben Johnson, I thought he called a good game. It could have even been a better game if Caleb was on point with some of the passes, and even some of the miscues were limited. But that was my thoughts on Ben Johnson. What he had to say.
Yeah, I got some things to say, but I'm gonna.
What you waiting for?
Segment. Oh, you guys don't play chess. That's what I feel like.
I mean, because we got Caleb next too. So you want to go to Caleb? We got Caleb.
Well, listen to Caleb. I heard it already, but let's go to Caleb.
Here is Caleb Williams, QB fucking one, on his performance against the Steelers.
Caleb, you were able to find DJ twice in the end zone today.
Yep.
How do you think his presence and your connection with him really helps to improve your offense?
Yeah, I think being able to obviously get DJ going, having 2 touchdowns, I know is big for our confidence as relationship, things like that for this year. And then also just, having one of our star guys get going, it only builds momentum for us as a team. And so it was good to see that. It was good to, get him in the end zone a couple of times. I know he's been wanting that. And, that's something that doesn't always happen, even if you're primary in routes and people cover you, all of that. So being able to get him, in the zone a couple of times, we're excited for it. And we got
not gonna lie, that touchdown after they called taunting on DJ, I was so happy he got that.
They ended up just dropping DJ. So I think Ramsey was at safety, ended up taking the number 3 receiver, and the corner didn't overlap or anything like that, or the defender over DJ just dropped him and didn't run with him. And so went through the read. went middle first, went to DJ, and he ran a great route. Just threw him a ball, and he made a great play.
Caleb, the strip sack.
Yep.
I know it's probably as a quarterback hard to just go down for safety, but is that what you're supposed to kind of do in that spot? Or?
Yeah, it's what I'm supposed to do is just throw the ball away. In that situation, just throw the ball away, live to fight for another down, and yeah, that's it.
It's a bad play, bro. I like you know it. You can see it.
Touchdown passes. You guys had an opportunity to put them away.
Yep.
You get the win. I mean, how do you kind of balance that as you assess yourself?
Yeah. You don't apologize for any wins in this league, and I think that's a historic organization over there, and they got a bunch of great athletes, a bunch of great coaches, and things like that. So, like I said, you don't apologize, but you do understand where you can be as a team, what we could have done out there, and that's the frustrating part. And it starts with me, and it funnels down everybody else. Missing a few passes and a couple passes that recently that I've been kind of
that's
kind of just surgical with, and missed those passes
today.
And
you
it was
surgical. You've been
but,
surgical.
Trying to stay positive for the guys. Just know what type of game it's going to be. They were running the ball well, things like that, and so they were using a lot of clocks. We weren't going to have many possessions, and so trying to be positive for those guys, and not get too frustrated in those situations. And then from there, we gotta, it's I said it before. We gotta learn from. It's nice when you get to learn from wins, and you find ways when you have mess ups or all these different things to find ways to win, but also understand that we have so much left in the tank and we can be so much better.
Montez said it's not the same old Bears right now.
Yep.
Do you feel the idea of kind of turning the tide here?
Yeah, I mean, we're 8-3 team in the National Football League, and so we feel good where we're at, but we do got to get better. And I would say, we don't feel like we're the same old Bears. We pull through for each other when it matters most, and so we got to keep getting better. Like I said, it starts with me on my side, and then we'll keep growing from there.
What happened on the delay game?
Yeah, we ended up lining up wrong, and trying to get it all situated, and didn't want to. In that moment, didn't want to run a bad play or a play that was all messed up from the jump. And so, move back a couple yards and try and go get it from there.
I'm commenting on that. You lined up wrong and you still didn't call a timeout.
Yeah. Right after the game, we end up saying hello, get healthy, and, and moved on from there.
How important was that drive coming out of halftime? I think you went 5 for 5.
Talk your shot. I'm right there with you, bro.
Out of that
right
first
there
half,
with you.
What did that drive mean moving forward?
Yeah, it was good for us just because kind of how right before half kind of played out, to be able to get the momentum going back in our favor and things like that, and get moving along back where we want to kind of get going, and we got to have more of those from my side to running to whatever it is. We overall just offensive, we gotta have more of those. Because we got a bunch of talent, we got great coaches, and they were doing a great job today. And like I said, we got to have more of those.
The locker room seemed a little tame today than it's been at the other wins. Is that just a sign of you guys getting kind of used to and expecting these kind of outcomes?
No. You don't ever get used to winning. It's
used to winning is crazy.
So you don't get used to it. I think y'all just kind of came in a little late. Everybody was dancing and having fun, going around shaking hands, celebrating and
Lola, hey, we ain't gonna know how to act at
showing appreciation to each other, because it takes all of us, and that's
they
something
didn't get
that
it
we said
wrong
in the
ones.
locker room. It takes a village.
Success.
It's we had guys step up and step up big for us today, and you can't, like I said, you never get tired of those, and you can't get tired of these type of wins.
Guys stepping up, obviously watching that defense today do what they did with a lot of guys getting their numbers called. What was that like?
Yeah, it's what we needed, and so we didn't expect anything less. But we are appreciative. We are proud of the guys that did step up, because it was a big game for us. Because this was the only game we had this week, and so being able to focus on that, being able to get everybody going, having confidence, having belief in themselves. Is important, and then from there we got to go out there and execute. And, the guys did a great job today.
You mentioned some frustration with your accuracy.
Yep.
When you're in a funk like that, how do you pull out of it?
Yeah, you next play mindset, and then from there you just got to go out there and execute.
Is it footwork? Is it footwork? Or what do you
Today, I just
missed.
In the beginning, it didn't feel like I got into a good rhythm. I was missing passes and it was.
This is the most Caleb has talked about his inaccuracies. This is the first time I've talked about his inaccuracies.
Where I was just missing, and I got supremely frustrated and things like that. I understood, and I wrote on my notes for myself to stay positive for myself, but also the guys. And I think I did a solid job with that this week, and just was missing, and it was.
This was missing,
like I said, on passes and routes that I've been hitting the past couple weeks and been pretty good with. And so, we'll figure it out. We'll go back and watch and figure out why.
Yeah, wasn't that first kind of stuff by the defense, that 4th and 1 touch push situation? It was big, goal or 4th down stand.
Mm-hmm.
What did that do for the offense then?
Yeah, it's great in those moments. Those are momentum plays, especially when the defense gets going and they make a big play like that for us. And we want to go down and score, whether it's turnover on downs, a big 4th down stop, and things like that, or it's the turnovers that they get for us. And so we'll keep doing a good job with it and doing a better job with it in those moments. But it is a momentum shifter and things like that for us.
What were you seeing over the middle of the field today? All 3 of those touchdowns came that way.
Yeah, I think this year I think I've been pretty solid over the middle. It's something that we've worked on and something I've been working on. This year, but also throughout my career, is just finding ways to be able to attack all 53. And make the defense have to cover all of that. And so, I think today, Coach did a great job calling the plays. The guys did a great job running great routes, and the O-line, they did a hell of a job today. That one sack was on me, but they did a hell of a job today protecting me versus that D-line.
That one sack was on me.
With that being said, just deliver a good ball and let the guys go make plays for us.
Is it too early for Bears fans to start thinking playoffs?
We
for
can
them,
think what we want.
They want to think
Exactly.
that's fine. But
We
for
can
us,
think what we
it's
want,
just the
Caleb.
next
Y'all
game.
go play.
Like
We
I
got
said,
this.
if we go 1-1, which is 1-0, in each week, we'll be exactly where we want to be, and they'll be here, supporting us, cheering us on like they always do. Awesome. The Bears.
The Bears QB fucking one. Look, I'm telling you right now. Hang on a second. They still playing in my ear. Look, he just turned 24 the other day. I think he just turned 24. Wait till he 28, 29. Wait till he's just 27. Wait, even 26. Just watch how his game transforms, his mentality transforms, his whole demeanor gonna transform once he gets just a little bit more mature, a little more wisdom under his belt. You say what?
He's been there before. It's like he's learning a lot of new right now.
Yes, this is all new for him. Talk Your Shot said I changed my grade to DA for making the adjustments at half. Pitt had a great game plan to attack the linebackers in the first half. And look, that Mark mixed it. That was your grade today. So look, DA gonna get some more credit. We still got Chef West grades coming up, and then we got game balls to give out. Before we do that, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast, one word, no spaces. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter right now, we got 105 people in the chat. So I know all y'all ain't on YouTube. If you on Facebook and Twitter, head over to YouTube, hit the like button there, and subscribe. Show some love. Help us with the algorithm and get us out there so other people can get eyes on this good Bears content we putting out. Look, I'm your host, Mark Robb, my co-host, Chef West. When he get back to the screen, and the newbie, the rookie of the year. Not yet. You still got to work on that award.
I'm working on it. Yeah.
Rookie of the year. Marcus mixed it at the bottom of your screen.
But y'all in the chat though, let us know y'all know we go live twice a week, once at the game day, once on Wednesdays. Let us know if y'all interested in seeing any other type of content during the week, short form, something like that, just so we can get up with y'all. Injury report, something coming up for the next game, something.
Look, mix it. Look. They're Bears fans. You know how it is. Hold on. We're all Bears fans. Let's just say that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Ain't we on our phones just looking for content, just anything, something to sink our teeth into when it comes to the bed? I know that's how I am, especially before I started my own podcast. I used to be, I need something to get my Bears fix. I need my fix for the day. So I'm sure they would love to see anything they can get their hands on. But let's talk about this quarterback. And then Wes, I know I'm sure you can hear us. Jump in here. It's quarterback time. Caleb fucking Williams. Look, he was 19 for, what was it, 32?
Was it 32?
19 for 35. 19 for 35. I was waiting for the ticker to go across the screen. 19 for 35, 239 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a fumble loss. He gave up 7 points today, or 6 points today. Some inaccuracy issues. Let me put this up real quick. QBR was 104.3. I don't know what his completion percentage was. I'd have to do the math on that. I don't have that right now. I'm not doing it. But he was in control. We talked about it earlier. It didn't seem like this is where the completion percentage thing, the whole 70%, if you want to talk about 70%, I think it's just way overblown. Because he was controlling the game. He was willing and dealing at points, and I keep saying that, but his completion percentage does not reflect exactly like. There's a lot of guys that got good completion percentage, and they losing some games. You know what I mean? They losing some games, but he's just playing football, and this is one of those aspects where it's just play football. Let's just play football. Some moments he would like to have back, like I said, during the press conference. 59%. Mama Blue saying, look, 59%. I think his total. You say what?
I was gonna say it's somewhere around that, and I think the Vikings game before that he was at 50%. So
exactly. So I think his total dropped below last week. The Vikings game, it dropped below 60 for the first time, but it don't feel like he's. It doesn't feel like he's missing. Like, it don't look bad. You know what I mean? What we're seeing from it don't look bad. Where we can just come up here and bash our quarterback. It looks good. He had 3 touchdown pitches today. So, look, the first time I had all season, like, actually got on him, I gave him my not so great. Mixed it. I gave him my not so great. First time I had to get on him about the inaccuracy this season. The first time I've seen him, heard him talk about it in this. This extent. Dr. Shah said, got to make the layups. We can accept the tough throws and accuracy. Got to make the layups. There was some layups out there today. Look, a lot of people hate on them in the media. They act like they know what they seeing for real. Never evaluated the quarterback. Today, it was warranted if you got some issues with the layups, so to speak. All in all, did he play a bad game? No, I don't think so. I don't know what you think, and I'll let you take it away in a second, but I thought he played like the quarterback we've been seeing in the second half of this season so far. Like, he looks like he's in control. He's first of all, he's making some throws. He's reading the defense faster and faster every week. You're seeing balls come out before the wide receiver even get their head snatched around, turned around to see Caleb. You look at Caleb and see if they get the ball. So improvement. That's just my analysis of what I saw today. The turnover was bad. It was it was worse than the interception he threw against the Ravens. Remember that one when we was down 16-13, had the ball, he threw that interception. That was bad. This was worse than that to me because you gave up points here. You know what I mean? You gave them points. And you didn't have to do that. Like he said, throw the ball away. I could have thrown it away. Either that or just go forward. Just run. Yeah. Maybe you can shake somebody off you. Just go. But that's my analysis. I'll let you go get your analysis before we grade them.
Well, as far as the game goes in terms of his throwing accuracy and stuff like that, I don't think there were too many passes today that were drops and stuff. It was like it wasn't too many of them that he was dirting or throwing out or whatever. So like that stuff, obviously it plays into your completion percentage and stuff like that. But I think for the balls that we're looking at as inaccurate, I feel like sometimes he just kind of doing a little bit too much. Like, for example, I think he had Luther on the slant route, and he missed it. And it's like you throwing a missile in there, and Luther's biting something. Like, put some touch on that ball and let him run free. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I literally said that same thing to I'm like, look, Caleb just always throwing missiles. Every time he's throwing missiles.
Throw has to come at 200 miles per hour. And then, like, we had 1 week where it was like everybody missing those. They keep dropping them. They bouncing off their chest. They bouncing off their hands. They going through their fingertips and stuff like that. Now it's like, okay, we going to have to catch these because he ain't going to stop throwing them like that. And we looking at somebody in Coastal Loveland who's got the biggest body, some of the strongest hands, who talked about after his post-draft process, what he used to do at home with working on the farm and stuff, and why his grip strength is so strong. He's able to catch everything.
He's snatching them. Yeah.
Throwing in there. He's trying to catch them with his hands. But on top of that, we're talking about Caleb throwing anticipatory throws. So we're looking at him getting the ball where it's supposed to be, regardless of whether or not if your eye sees the receiver there. And that's how you know that he's growing as a quarterback, because he's able to play faster. And because he can play faster, he's going to be that much harder to hit. We're not talking about a situation where he's got to scramble and be Houdini like we talked about. But if you only taking 1.8 seconds, 2.07 seconds to get the ball off from the snap, they can't get back there to touch you.
Yeah.
So it's really about kind of being able to play into the scheme and understanding what it is that you see on the field when you get up to the line of scrimmage. And I feel like today he looked at, like he was reading the defense pretty well. I feel like some spots he could have got some better passes in, but I think that's just kind of him doing what he knows instead of doing what the situation calls for.
Like I said earlier, he didn't run, like we didn't see, and I guess there's a little bit of love to the O-line. We didn't see him run around too much today. He was like he was step up in that B gap, like on Darnell right side. That's the way he step up in that B gap. TJ Watt's trying to beat Darnell. He was just stepping up in the B gap today. He was just no shake and bake, all that Houdini stuff. He's really good at doing. He wasn't doing it today.
And then you know what? Now that you bring that up, I do want to bring something else up that we talked about when he was taking longer in the pocket and stuff, and he had to be quote unquote Houdini in the backfield. At the time, slow, and like he would be hold on. Like you have people that's open. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you broke up your whole little point you was making. You broke up. We couldn't hear you. You want to say it one more time?
Yeah, my bad. What I was saying was that he, like, when we talked about him having to make all these plays out of the backfield, a large part of what we was talking about too is him not playing in rhythm and not catching receivers where they open. So there's a lot of missed opportunities that way because he's not getting rid of it. So he gotta, scramble and create and stuff. So when you're able to throw anticipatory and stuff like that, the pocket is gonna hold it for you. And all it is about execution of the play. But if you got, 3 receivers that you're supposed to go and you got your progression that you're supposed to go through, if you miss during that progression, it throws the timing off. And now you got to try to make something out of nothing more often than not. And they did a good job of not having to do that today. So
he was on time. He was on schedule today. Now, if you want to talk about the missed throw, the inaccuracy, that's one thing. But people get on him for the inaccuracy, and they get on him for not playing on time and not playing on schedule. He was on time today. Whether he made the throw, the right throw, correct throw, whether it was caught or not, he was on time today, and it looked good. That's how you know he's learning this language. And pretty soon, I'm telling you, he's gonna be able to teach this offense. Once he's at that point where he can teach it, man, the anticipatory throws gonna be there.
And I think that's why I was more impressed with him being able to play in time, because we know he can make all the throws. We've seen him make every throw there is possible for him to make. He's just got to be able to pull it out of that bag in the right moments. We've seen him, throw a deep shot down the field. We've seen him get it quick to the outside. We've seen him go up the seam if he needs to. We just gotta, he's just got to be able to put more touch in it in certain situations. Like when Luther's got 5 yards of radius around him with just green grass, you don't gotta throw a rocket in there and like let him just give it to him so he can get out of there. The same way that you did when you sold the screen and you just popped it right over them.
Yeah.
And Swift broke out like 17 yards or something.
Float, little float.
Yeah, if you give Luther that same opportunity, he might be gone. So
Okay, so we've analyzed it. We've talked about what we thought about the game. I don't know what's going on with West, but I just sent a message. He can get back in here. Let's grade him then. And look, I gave him my great and my not so great. Overall, I thought the game was I'll give it a B minus. Almost just a solid B. I'm right there at a solid B. I did not honestly. I really didn't like that fumble. I really didn't. And you gave him a point. Just the standard mixed it. The standard. Caleb has shown us that that's not what he does. You know what I mean? You've shown me the standard. You told me what the standard is. Now, if I had a JJ McCarthy who stunk it up today, I don't know if you saw his numbers, I'd be different. You know what I mean? Because that's JJ. But Caleb, you shown me your standard. You don't turn over the ball, and that was an abysmal turnover to me. I almost want to go B minus. Look, I was from C plus to B. That's my range right now. That's my boy. That's my boy, and I do think he's doing his thing. What's up?
I was gonna say I'm probably on the more generous side of that grade, because I was thinking somewhere in the range of a B.
Okay.
I do think that play was a bad play. It's like he took responsibility for it. It's just like when you take in, and of course we've seen him get out of these type of plays so many times that it's like he can kind of bend the rules a little bit in terms of what they teach you and how to play it. But the one thing they always teach you is don't run backwards and make a sack worse. And that's absolutely what you did in this situation. Now, we've seen you break out of plays like this. So it's like, I don't want to discredit that and tell you not to go be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But at the same time, situational awareness just has to tell you that's not the thing to do in this spot. And he owned up to it and said exactly that. So move on.
So you sitting on the B. I'm okay. If you had a B, I got to be a little more critical than you then. So I just because I feel like you're a little nicer than I am, so I got to be a little more mean. I'm going B minus. I'm gonna go B minus then. I ain't gonna put him at the C plus because he was in control. You know what I mean? Like he was dealing, man. He could have had a way better game than he ended up with. So
yeah.
Okay. You got a B minus for me. You got a B from Mixed It. Mama Blues coming in with a C plus plus. Okay, we get add pluses. She said did good, but didn't look great. Okay, we can add. If we can do, I'll do a B minus. How about that, Mama Blues? I do a B minus because I hated that fumble. But okay. Let me see. Let me just check real quick. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting on West to hit me back, but we do got grades to get into. But let's do this. Let me pivot real quick because if I don't, he's probably dealing with some issues, some technical difficulties.
Yeah, he was talking about his stuff. Having some issues. Right?
Let's do this real quick. Give him a little bit more time because if I can't respond, we're gonna have to do talk your shot. You got a C. We're gonna have to do grades ourselves. if it comes down to that.
Oh.
But before we do that, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast, people. Show some love. We on the road to 700. We almost there. Or no, 600. My bad. We on the road to 600. We almost there. We really trying to get to 1,000, but we gonna, baby steps. We'll take our time with it. We don't need to rush. We gonna listen to Montez Sweat. He got a 3-minute. He got a game ball. He had a 3-minute little locker room, whatever it was. So we'll listen to that. Give Wes a little bit of time to pop back in here. Montez Sweat.
How y'all doing?
Hang on a second. Hang on. All right. Here's Montez Sweat on his performance. He got a game ball. One of the most he's been taking one of the players who's taking the most heat for the team this season. So here's Montez Sweat.
Not
locker room,
everybody
it's
at
an
once.
actual press conference.
What was the mindset going into this game, knowing you were down so many guys on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, we understood that we had all our starting linebackers down. Coach just preached we got to pick them up and compete on all three phases and have each other's back.
Montez, can you take us through the strip sack, just kind of what you saw?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a play action or something like that. I seen the tight end, gave him a move, came around, sacked the quarterback. I seen the ball was out. I think a couple people tried to pick it up and run. I seen it on the ground, and I just covered it up.
Montez, what's been the difference for you personally, especially after the bye, having come alive, putting up so many sacks? What's been the difference for you in your game and your preparation?
What's his number at for the season?
Taking advantage of my opportunities.
6 or 7.
I feel like I was playing good ball, but the stats is starting to come through for me, and it's a blessing. But we still got a lot more left on the table to get cleaned up.
Kind of pride you take in the idea that you guys continue to finish out these close games and stack these wins.
Say it again.
What kind of pride you guys take in being able to finish these games and stacking these wins in these close games?
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in it. We understand that hasn't necessarily been a story around here in the past years, ever since I've been here. But we're creating a history of competing in these close games, and we feel pretty comfortable in it. We know when we're down or it's a close game, we fight. And I feel that coming from all phases, and so we just all fighting.
What was going through your mind when you had that? The Rodgers wasn't going to be playing?
I mean, I would have loved to play Aaron Rodgers. He's a great QB. I sacked him a couple years ago. I would have loved to get him again. But I mean, we just whoever's out there, we got to do what we got to do.
How did Mason go? Did that change what they were doing at all?
I mean, it probably changed for them. It didn't change. It didn't necessarily change for us. DA had the same game plan, whether it's him up or Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, like I said, whoever they throw out there, we take advantage of it and do what we got to do.
With so many new players and you guys calling the defense, what was it like on the huddle before snaps?
I mean, it was great. I mean, kudos to DJ.
Montez at 7.5.
All the guys. I mean, Eamon, all the guys who stepped up and they did a great job. They was flying around, and they did a great job giving us the calls too.
How do you just describe the way this team keeps winning these one-score games?
Like I said, the history here hasn't necessarily been that. Ben preaches us fighting in those close games, and it's just not the same old Bears.
You almost had a third sack.
Everybody talk about that third sack.
Yeah, I got to finish that. It's the difference between being good and great. It would have been my first hat trick. So maybe we can try again next game.
What's it like to see Brisker get the big play?
I don't be just talking, people.
I mean, yeah.
I know how players.
Like I said, everybody is stepping up in all phases. He ended the game for us. Grady made a great play the series before getting his hand up. I know that's pretty ideal, seeing that he's only 5 feet.
That's a shot.
That's it. Thank y'all.
Montez motherfucking Sweat. Look, we've been looking for it, man. We've been waiting for him to step up and earn his money. Earn your keep. We gave you a shit ton of money. We gave you generational money. Just give us a little bit. His first season with us, came in for a half a year, you know what I mean? First player ever to have to lead two teams in sacks. Has 6 over there, 6 over here, 12.5 or whatever. And it's been downhill ever since. He is getting to the quarterback now. It ain't like he's not a game wrecker. That's not we not gonna say that, but you can give him credit for what he is doing. He's making plays. You know what I mean? He's I think he got a couple forced fumbles on the season, a few, right? He doesn't. That wasn't.
It's either 2 or 3 now.
Yeah, like he's
I
making.
think he got one on Jaden Daniels. I think he got the one on Jackson Dart, and then he got one tonight, right?
Okay, so it's a few. He's making plays. He's making plays. Is he out there like TJ Watt, where you like the other team is probably like Montez Sweat or Max Crosby, where every play we like, God damn, like watch him, chip him? No, but he's making plays. That's all we can ask for, mixed it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all we can ask for. It ain't. He's not. I don't think he's elite. I'm not putting him there. I don't know where you would put him, but he's a damn good pass rusher right now.
Right now, in a league with 7.5 sacks, he's ranked at 25th. That's probably around where I would have him.
Where you would have him.
Like that's probably as close to true as I'm gonna get, because I don't consider you like top 10 or anything like that. Probably not top 20, but you definitely not on like you're not one of the weaker players. And I'm just like, because when I'm looking at it, I'm not looking at it as just players who's playing the left side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at it as edge rushers in general. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
he's not like an elite talent, but at the same time, if he can get busy, we definitely want you to. We need you to.
Fucking literally.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, we listen to Chef West. Oh, not Chef West. Goddamn. We listened to Montez Sweat. Now I guess we got to do the grades. We gonna knock these grades out then ourselves. Chef West grades. We gonna still call them Chef West grades because that's what they are. Chef West grades. It's gonna be a little bit different tonight. Offense, defense, special teams, and coaching. Pretty simple. I guess we can both just give a grade then instead of just having one grade and we poke holes in it. Let's start with offense then. Let's start with offense. In totality, I thought the offensive line did well. Like I said, Ozzie. I can't wait to see for real what Ozzie really did after we, look at the footage for real, the all 22 and whatnot. But you didn't hear his name. I feel like we didn't really hear Jonah's name. Nobody but Darnell, right? That was about the only guy that we focused on. He had, now granted, he had the biggest task out of all of them. No drops, not no drops, but
they got Cam Hayward on the other side of the field too. So
they got Cam. He's no TJ. You know what I mean? He's not TJ. He's a little older, longer in the tooth. But the wide receivers, like what did we say? 3 drops earlier? 3 drops, or I give or take. I don't know the exact number, but it wasn't 8. Where we, it wasn't like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Run game could have a lot left to be desired, but then Caleb, I thought he was. We gave him a B. You gave him a B. I gave him a B minus. But all in all, I thought the offense played B football. What you thinking?
Yeah, I feel like I would give them probably a B or a B plus. Overall, I feel like the offense played pretty good. I feel like they took advantage of some good opportunities. I feel like they missed some opportunities as well. But like when you look at the fact, like for example, we talked about DJ Moore getting that penalty called on him.
Yeah.
And then he coming back and catching a touchdown pass same drive, or just players being ready for these anticipatory throws. Like they turning around and they getting their hands on the ball. I see Mama Blue says C+. I'm gonna go a little bit higher than that just because I feel like they kind of made some stuff happen. I think Calvin Nunn guy, he played pretty well. And when it wasn't working with Swift, it was working with Monangai. And I think that that's kind of why, like, I give the credit to that in the run game too, because Swift, I think where he averaged 2 yards a carry, if that today.
Yeah, I think it was like 1
out and
point
got
something.
48 yards in 12 attempts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's kind of close to where you want to be. I feel like I don't know, maybe with y'all kind of going a little bit lower, y'all see it as me being a little bit generous, but I think that they was kind of clicking, and I'm gonna keep kind of putting weight on the fact that I felt like they were in command against a really good defense. Like, it was just go out there and execute, but it didn't really feel like they had us on our heels.
I'm right there with you. I felt like we were in. I felt like we could score every time. Like, we could have scored every time we touched the ball against them. Mama Blue said the offense gave him 7 points. I can't give him a B. Bear Truth saying, yeah, the offense is getting closer to being that offense we expect to score on every. That's what I was just saying. Okay. All right. Also, 7 for 13 on third down. The money down. We all know that third down is the money
big
down.
one too.
They were over 50% on that. So I think somebody who put the C again.
Mama Blue, she put C plus.
Mama Blues put C plus. I can't go that low. You know what I mean? I B range for sure. One giveaway, two. Swift fumbled too, but I think that was circumstantial.
I think that was kind of just like a dink and dunk call. Like,
yeah, they could have.
Should have been ruled. And if y'all looking at the scrum and they just like, oh well, they ended up with it, we might as well give it to them, because it's like,
let them keep it.
Yeah. I ain't
okay.
Like that.
Yeah, I hated that call. That should have been my not so great, but okay. We can all see the progression. Defense. Let's do defense next. Defensive grade. Two takeaways. You didn't allow 200 yards passing. You gave up about, I'm trying to look at the numbers again. I just lost them. 186 rushing yards, 159 passing yards. They got us in total offense today, but you turned the ball over twice. They actually killed us in time of possession, 33 minutes to our 26. I didn't know that.
And that was all third quarter.
That one did. Yes. You did mention our offense wasn't really on the field too much in the second half of that game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, given the circumstances of who you had out there, like, you were losing dudes mid-game. Like, fuck who we came into the game with. You were losing more guys, which is football. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go B. Here, too.
What would you have liked to see more from the defense?
Run stopping. I thought they gave up too many rushing yards. They hold them to under 100. I need under 100 rushing yards. That's my standard. Under 200 passing, under 100 rushing. That's the standard. There you go, right there. They did the passing. They did not do the rushing. And I feel like that aided into that long ass drive they had where they just was. They showed it on the TV. Our offense was on the field, off the field for like 23 straight minutes, total minutes. And that drive was a big culprit in it. Like, and they kept running the ball. They were running the ball, dinking and dunking, then running the ball. I didn't think we stopped them enough in the run game, but
yeah,
that's gonna happen when your linebackers is out. So that's what I would have wanted more. I thought they took the ball away. I thought Rudolph was like 14 for 14 or some shit crazy. Under 10.
Yeah. I think this is like the middle of the third quarter. He was 14 for 14, throwing under 10 yards, and 1 for 4 throwing above 10 yards.
See, I'm cool with that. Yeah, Bear Truth coming in with a B minus. Mama Blues coming in with a B plus. 186. Yep. Yeah, I'm going with a B, man. What you got?
Yeah, I think I can get behind the B. I think we were kind of like, because without that that fake tush push, they still ran the ball 130 yards. So like that kind of like juiced up their numbers a lot, but still, even without that, they didn't have a bad day on the ground. I do like the fact that we was kind of getting out there, being active around the ball, getting a good amount of tackles.
Yes.
But the missed tackles, that's what's kind of like that's kind of like I'm probably gonna go with a B- now that I think about it, just because we missed too many tackles and we keep missing tackles. Like the one I could think about first, like that just pop up in my head first, is Kevin Byard coming down on the I don't know if it was, I think it was a screen, and he just shot right past Gainwell, and he turned it upfield, and I'm just like, how? Like he kind of sidestepped him and just let him run free, and I was just like, yeah.
Byard missed a couple tackles. I see, like it was a couple. He was like they was getting hands on guys, and that's what the missed. Like you're missing, you're getting them, and they're breaking your tackle. So I forgot to mention that. I definitely forgot to mention that the tackles was definitely. Because if you making some of these tackles, then those rushing yards aren't they don't have as many as they had. So,
all right, now I won't say too much about them missing tackles on Darnell Washington because it's got to take like 3 or 4. He got 100 pounds on everybody, but
he had some. So he got a highlight reel or whatever where he just running dudes over, and we had him. We was good at first, but then towards the end, he definitely put a couple of our guys on that highlight.
They kept putting it in Jonnu Smith's hands though instead of him.
Yeah, they was going to Jonnu. Yep. Which I was happy with because he ain't as big. Let me answer this question for Bear Truth real quick. He said, question mark, Rob. You could jump in here too if you want to answer. Would you extend Dexter to a 3-year 15, 40 in guarantees? 40 in guarantees?
No, yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't do that. If you're gonna give him 3 years, 15,
that's the entire contract.
You can't guarantee him 40. You can guarantee him 25 or something.
Yeah, I can't guarantee
him 40. You might as well pay him through the door.
That's the entire deal, except what, 5?
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. That's basically, I might as well give you. Yeah, no, I can't do that. 3-year 15. I'll do it. Let's do it. Come on, because you're homegrown, and if I feel like we can keep developing you, and I got some faith in you, I don't, but I believe they might. Let's do it. Come on. You're our guy. We don't want to. We'll take care of you a little bit, but might even do 3-year 10. I don't know. I might 3-year 15 might be a little, but if he gonna play hardball, come on, you can have the 15. We gonna bring somebody else in too, but 40 is too much. I'm with you. Mixed it 20. 25 guaranteed. Bear True said, I understand, but my point is you're getting a discount extending him early. No, yes.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
My bad. Just because to my understanding, and if you know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the way that they kind of do these deals, is like when they like that 3rd year or that final year, it's kind of like a +1 type of deal. So like Dio, I want to say he got 3 years, 48, right? Mm-hmm. But then they guaranteed him like 32 or 36. So
yes, depending with Javon, he's on a rookie contract. So he's getting 4. He's getting 4 regardless. Like he got 4 unless the team decides. Dio, he might sign a deal with a player option, team option. He and the team can be like, no, I don't. You gone. But the way these contract things work, though, like they can finesse. See, like this one right here. You talking about Dio? Bear Truth said they got to out after next year, meaning after next year you don't got no more guarantee money.
Probably.
That's
what I was trying to figure out. 3 years. Like with the guarantee, like if they giving him 15, is they giving him like a $30 million bonus, and then that 3rd year they don't guarantee him anything, or his guarantees is basically almost paid up to that point to where they can get out of him in his contract if need be.
Guarantees is guarantees. Like you're guaranteed it regardless. When they cut you, when they don't, you're guaranteed 40. So if we were to guarantee him 40, he's getting it no matter what. Now that's when they start talking about like, oh, he's out of guaranteed money. He don't got no, so you can get it. You got an out now. I don't know what Dio's guaranteed contract was.
It was like 32 or something like that.
Something like that. And then we paid him how much a year? I don't know how much paid him a year, but if we got an out after next year, that means he got some more guaranteed money on his deal next year. Yeah. And then after that, we can get rid of him. But that's the third year. That's his third season. So, but anyway, where were we? We just did defensive grades, right? You went B-, I went B.
Yeah.
Let's do special teams then. And look, I meant to do this. I meant to talk earlier, but you know how the shows go. I've been giving Devin Duvernay a lot of flack. I've been on his ass a lot this season. I still don't think he's that talented.
I have to.
Exactly. But I'm comfortable. Like, aren't you comfortable with him not muffing the punts? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think there's some stock in that. Because
every
when he's
punt
back
was a
there,
sky punt, and I'm like, yo, if he dropped this ball right now.
But you can tell, like, when he's catching them, like, you could tell if somebody like not good at it, like, you know, they fumble it. He catches them, and he's confident that he gonna catch it every time. I don't think he's dynamic as like he's a little older. He look a little heavy, a little slow. But I trust him back there, and I think that goes that goes for something, right? Like you can trust. We've been there with dudes. Don't Velus Jones. I know that's an extreme, yeah, but yeah, exactly. He's dropping every fucking thing, every punt, kick returns too.
Tyler Scott wasn't great neither.
Tyler Scott wasn't that great either. Exactly. And then J2K coming in with Dio $16 million a year for 2 years if we cut him after next season.
Yeah, so that's what the deal was. It was 6-8 with 32 guaranteed. So after the second year, that's what it is. So yeah, we wouldn't hold
there. Okay, that's why yeah, bear truth for saying
Nacho, I'm with you on this. DJ needed a third game, but I was gonna ask y'all whether or not if y'all was messing with none of the offensive players getting the game ball. But I think they did a pretty good job at catching the ball today. In terms of, like, especially in comparison, like, and I don't want to give them, you know what I'm saying, participation awards for something that you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
yeah,
they definitely been dropping a lot of passes, and they got it together, and they got it together relatively quick. Because we see some people who just like, once you start seeing this happen, it's an ongoing trend for the rest of the season and stuff like that.
Yep. They should get loose, and I'm glad they did, because if Caleb gonna miss some of these throws, I don't need y'all dropping the ones he do hit and hit to you. So okay. So I was talking about Devin Duvernay, giving him his little credit. Did we see Cairo had one field goal, right? Was it just one? I believe it was one. I believe so,
everything else
31.
Yeah.
Torrey Taylor was okay to me. He was okay. I still look, I still don't think he's living up to a 4th round pick. That's insane. But yeah. And Nacho, look, we got our game balls coming up after this, and we'll wrap this thing up. So maybe we show some love to DJ. We'll see. Torrey was okay. The kick returns, they were fine. Yeah. Cairo was 1 for 1 on his. They were good today. I didn't think they gave up too much on punt coverage. I'll go B again. I thought they were fine today. I didn't dislike it. I didn't extremely like it, but they did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I would say like a B or a B+ for special teams. I like the fact that they did pretty good on tackling. As far as special teams goes, I would say B+ because I feel like most of our returns, especially in the kick return game, was, if not close to the 35, we was like right past it. And if we take it as a touchback, then that's where we're gonna be at anyway. So the fact that y'all getting that field position, and then y'all not letting them break big plays against us in special teams, everybody did their job today. if we would have got us a big player, like a big player too on special teams, that's probably what kind of make me go ahead and be like, all right, I feel like special teams was an A or something like that. But I feel like everybody did their jobs. And like this is a result of when everybody goes and does their jobs. It's nothing glaring on the stat sheet, but what you want to do is you want to have those explosives too. Like y'all contribute the same. Richard Hightower said, this is a football play, so I need y'all to go out there and be hunting the explosives the same way. And you seen them kind of try to pull one stunt in the I don't know if you noticed it on second kick return when they tried to do a misdirection and they
Blackwell was I saw that, and then Duvernay went to the outside again on the right side of the field, I believe. Yeah, I saw that. I definitely seen he tried to draw something up, and that's what you got to do. Try to be opportunistic. Try to get some too, Richard Hightower, because you've been on the hot seat a lot this year. So let's make something happen. You won a game for us last week. Try to do something again this week. So,
another thing too, while we still on special teams, is Richard Hightower is one of those coaches on the Bears staff that's kind of been going through it personnel wise, because there's a lot of his people or people that contribute on special teams that's ending up on an injury report. Like Aben Agwapamiga is primarily special teams, and he just played almost 100% of defensive snaps today. So it's like if he goes out there and gets hurt, that's making Hightower's unit weaker. And I'm not saying that to like get out of anything, but I'm just saying like DA is like one of those ones when we look at defensive coaches. So maybe in some sense, Hightower isn't handling the personnel issues as well as DA is, but I wouldn't expect most people to handle personnel issues the way DA is, because we've been hurt since week 1 and we've only given up 3 losses. So that's a feat in itself. Mama Blues is a tough grader, bro.
I think it was an okay performance to another C+. I mean,
I'm being too nice on the podcast. Like, she makes me feel self-conscious enough.
What did you go? You went B+?
Yeah.
I mean, you a tick above me on some of these grades. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I mean, Wes is usually a little bit more forgiving than I am too. So I mean, Mama Blues ain't fucking around today. She's not going. But no, like you said, like that is a special teams ace. He doesn't play on defense at all. He's primarily special teams. He couldn't play on special teams today. He had to be on the defense. So like the injuries are affecting him too. Like they're taking his players to play in these positions on the defense or the offense side of the ball, whatever it may be. So he got to go get somebody lesser than for his unit as well. So I mean, I guess he's handling it well. I guess I don't know. B+ for me for the special teams. Coaching grade. Richard Hightower, Ben Johnson, Dennis Allen, all of them. Like we talked about earlier, I thought Ben had 2 moments that I just didn't like. That could be argued, you know what I mean? Some people don't agree, and that's how it goes. But other than that, I like I said, I thought Caleb was missing some passes. When he didn't miss, sometimes we had some unfortunate, like a drop or 2 here or whatever. I thought he called a good game. He called 18 pass plays in a row, and I saw it. I saw Caleb Williams was wheeling and dealing during those 18 pass plays in a row. I wasn't mad at what he did. Dennis Allen, like, dude, you earning your money. I can't believe Dennis Allen should have got the game ball. I ain't gonna lie, he should have got it, but
where I thought it was gonna go. I was hoping that he was gonna. I think I told y'all that if he should have got one from them. But
he did, especially he was going against Arthur Smith. Like I told y'all, they got into it last time they played each other. They got into it. So in the little what's that called? The after the game when the coaches shake hands or whatever, they got into it right there. So thought maybe they show them a little love. They didn't. That's fine. Look, I thought the entire coaching staff did good today. This one I'm gonna go B+. I'm right there with you, Bear Truth. I'm gonna go B+ for the coaching staff.
Doing your job gets you a C. For me, they needed at least one explosive play to get in B territory.
Okay.
Okay, but I mean, I get that, but the thing is like when you on a kickoff and you get kicked inbounds, the goal is to try to get you within the 25. And they broke that and got up to the 35 almost every time. So that's kind of where I'm tipping the scale to them, is because they get more than what I felt like they should have been getting on some of these returns. Like I feel like they did well enough in the blocking game to give us good field position. So
strictly special teams, right? You talking?
Yeah, that's what I'm speaking on, special teams.
I got you.
But
coaching overall,
man, it's okay.
Dennis, Ben.
Nacho said that they wasn't happy with Dennis Allen today. I felt like
Dennis
Allen is the best thing that we had as far as coaching today, because, and I said this earlier in the show, Nacho, but you reaching way, way down in your bag to figure out what tools you got to do the job. And you finding all the right tools. And don't get me wrong, it's like they not just gonna stonewall this team. You know what I'm saying? But if they gonna play because the thing that's big to me is the fact that they couldn't get downfield. Like they try to throw upfield, that ball is in jeopardy almost every play. Or went out of bounds. So it's like the only thing that they had successful that worked for them is throwing it under 10 yards because we're playing off ball. You know what I'm saying? Because we playing 8, 9, 10, 12 yards off the wide receivers, and they just cutting you up with drag routes with fire moves and stuff all day. So I'm trying to figure out why y'all think that I'm trying to figure out why y'all think that that's gonna be a bad game plan. So as far as everything goes, I think that the defense, they coached a good game, but as far as the offense goes, I don't really think it was a bad game. We talked about that call as far as the going for it on fourth down.
You was okay with it?
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily mad at it. I felt like we was in a good position to just kind of give up a punt in that situation. Fine. But what was the other situation with not using the timeout?
I didn't like that.
But
I said Caleb working. He's working. I get you saying you're not calling him, but you're not doing anything but watching. Call it. Save them from themselves at some point. But I guess that's his prerogative. So overall grade for the coaches?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay. I would say either B+ or a A-. I think Dennis Allen takes it away from me. I really don't feel like I don't feel like he could have did much better in that game. So I'm really curious to see what Nacho said was, his what he didn't like about it.
See, I think it's because people still expecting perfection from this defense when there's nobody out there. There's bones, there's skeletons out there, and they just do enough for your offense to, you know what I mean, come clean it up for that. And that's all the offense needed. Just do enough. Just do enough. Don't let them put up 40 on you, and we got it. So,
yeah.
Nacho, put that in the chat. What was your your issue with what Dennis Allen did with the defense today? And we'll talk about it when you put it in there. Mama Blue said, that was a terrible decision from Ben. Mixed it. We shouldn't have left them that much time knowing they can get down the field.
And see, I'm with you on that. I don't feel like you're wrong, except when you go look at the game, they were not doing anything to get downfield. It's like they kind of just trying to sneak 3 and 4 yards out of us each time. And if we can, not let them get in an open space with broken tackles and stuff like that, we can get them in situations even 3rd and short or 4th and short, and they getting ready to punt because they don't want to go for it. They got that one big play, and after that, they stopped going for it. After that, what they tried to do, a tush push, and it failed.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wasn't as necessarily like Caleb was playing and he was dealing, but the defense was showing up too. So I wasn't mad that they had to go out there and try to get off the field again.
I thought the defense looked. You say what?
I was just saying we seen him in that position before.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's exactly what the defense played how we've been seeing them play all season while they've been hurt. You know what I mean? You're gonna punch them a little bit, you're gonna beat them up. They're gonna lead this fight with some bruises and some swollen lips. But they're not gonna just get knocked out. You're not gonna just knock them out. They're gonna get land some heavy punches on you, get some takeaways, and get some key stops throughout this game. Like, they ain't gonna stop them every time, but they're gonna get some key ones that's gonna help this offense put up 31 points. You know what I mean? So I very critical game from the defense. We couldn't have them just getting boat raced off the field. So all right.
Yeah, and as far as like Ben Johnson and our offense, I don't necessarily feel like he called a bad game. I just feel like the plays that we didn't capitalize on is the ones that, you know what I'm saying? Like if we executed on 80% of those plays or whatever, this game would have been smoke city for the Steelers. Like they really couldn't. It was us not executing on plays more than it was them beating us on plays. So
yeah, like I said, I thought Ben Johnson was calling some plays that was all that was there, and we just didn't execute on them. And I mean, he can't go out there and play himself. So okay, you ready to give out some game balls?
Yeah, I'm ready when you're ready.
Let's give out some game balls. Look, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. We go live twice a week. Wednesday nights. Remember these times. Wednesday nights, post-game shows after every single game. We on the road to 600 subscribers. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We got 111 people watching right now between Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you're watching on Facebook and Twitter, just head over to YouTube, show some love, help us with the algorithm, put us in people's faces so they can see us and come in here and talk ball. Nacho, definitely a good game overall, though. Caleb started to piss me off with some of the errant throws. Not gonna lie, I was talking about it earlier. I wouldn't say starting, but this game he pissed me off. I'm sure he'll be fine. He even said it. He was missing some throws he normally makes. So all of the narrative that people been talking about, he don't feel the same. And that's what I love, because I didn't feel the same either. But this game I didn't like it. Mixed it. I called it out during this. I was on his ass during the game, and then I called it out during the show too. But let's give out some game balls, man. Let's give out some game balls. My first one I'm gonna give to I'm gonna follow suit. I'm gonna follow Ben Johnson. You know what? No, I'll do. This is a twofer. I'll call both linebackers that stepped in. Amen and DeMarco Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't happy with how it was looking when Hippolyte was in the game, and then it turned around. They started flying around. You have to play downhill, and that's how you're gonna get your tackles. At the end of the season, we're gonna talk about tackles and total tackles and this and that and the third. And total tackles is where they gonna measure you as a linebacker. And you racked up 14. You racked up 15. DeMarco, y'all handled y'all business today. Helped us, stop the bleed. Just patch it up. The wounded, we wounded right now. Patch it up a little bit and let us keep fighting. And y'all did that. Helped us get this win. Almost 30 tackles between the two of y'all. I'm going linebackers. Those Amen and DeMarco.
Yeah, Ben Johnson ain't do it, so I'm gonna do it. But we definitely got to give one to DA. If he ain't, if nobody's understood how he's earned his money as the defensive coordinator of this team, you understand after today, because that's hard to do, and honestly, it's even hard. Like, I know we talk about Mason Rudolph not really going upfield, which I was surprised to see that, but it's harder to do when they just keep breaking off these small chunks, because a lot of people keep saying, and I kept saying it too. We playing a lot of off ball. Like if we get up on people at the line of scrimmage and be disruptive and stuff like that, then we can kind of minimize the ability to kind of just shoot a 4-yard pass over the middle that turned into 8.
Yeah.
And now we on our heels. But at the same time, the moment we press up like that, if somebody gets beat, guess who's home? Nobody. Or just Kevin Byard. Or maybe Jaquan. Like, so it's like, and at the same time, you out there with Nashawn Wright and Tyreek Stevenson. You're not out there with Jalen Johnson and Tyreek. And even if Nashawn was playing, and some like who finished the game? Nick McLeod. Like,
yes.
You want to put Nick McLeod in press coverage? I don't think so. So if that's the case, like, yeah, I think they definitely played it well. And I think I don't know who just was talking about it in the chat, but when they challenged Nashawn with those 50-50 balls, he gonna try to come down with them.
Yeah, he's long as fuck. That's what the
can't just
DA
throw
likes.
it up that he's not gonna come back. I mean, he's not gonna come down with it. So it's like after that shot, it was like they didn't really throw it downfield until they needed to.
Nope.
And that's the position that you want them in. When you got them on their heels and it's like we want to run this as much as we can, then we kind of got a good game plan because that's the only thing that they can try to do to win, and time is not on their side at this point. So, that's
like
what
you
it
said
is.
earlier, the boy could have had 2. He could have had fucking 2. Nashawn Wright, and he gonna tell y'all to stop picking on him. Y'all, they think he the weak link. Stop picking on him. They gonna learn. They definitely gonna learn. They gonna watch film and see he's not going that easy. But okay, you went DA, rightfully so. Called a good game, man. With what he got, what he had. Him and then he like Ben tell him like, hey, I just need a little bit. Just give me a little bit. He like, okay, I got you. Just need this much. I got you. I'm gonna hold them off for you, and then you just take it away with your offense. My second one is going to go to do I? Oh, so I went. Okay. So yeah, my second will damn. I guess I'm going to go with specifically. I'll just go specifically. Nashawn Wright, just because again, we gotta praise this dude. Like I definitely just said when shit hit the fan, you going to the bench. Tyreek getting that spot, right? I still believe that. But this ain't the first game where Tyreek left you out there by yourself, and now you out there with McLeod, and now you know what I'm saying? Like he keep doing this. Ravens game, Tyreek didn't even play, and this is a attribute I want to credit Caleb for too. You say what?
I think he had a shoulder in that game.
He had the shoulder in that one against the Ravens, but this is an attribute I want to credit Caleb with too. Everybody's getting hurt around y'all. Nashawn is coming and he's healthy every game, ready to play. Caleb Williams too.
The game?
You say what?
I don't think Nashawn Wright just missed the game.
Nashawn has not missed the game. He ready every single game, and you gotta give him credit for it. Even when you're the second or the best corner on the team right now, Tyreek Stevenson, is getting hurt. You still here. We need something. The Bears fans need somebody out there to represent, and you out there doing it. My next one going to Nashawn Wright individually.
And that's you know what? That's gonna be a big factor when it's time to get paid and all of that stuff at the end of the season. Is just gonna be the fact that he was available every week, because you're looking at Tyreek, who's went down twice this year. Jalen Johnson didn't make it to camp and then went down week 2. So it's like what they don't want to do is they don't want to have 2 people that's starting for the team be injury prone. But if you got somebody who occasionally gives up the big play, but it's been a ball hawk, and we just talked about it earlier in the week, Nashawn Wright ain't giving up like they season is comparable. They got about the same amount of tackles. Nashawn Wright has caused more turnovers.
Yeah.
But I think I think he's allowed a slightly higher passer rate by like 8 points or something like that. But I can't remember off the top of my head, but he making a strong argument. And I said last week I was going to stop talking about Nashawn. So I'm going to stay true to my word and I'm going to leave him alone because he showed me he deserved to be out there.
The boy is balling, man. And, like, just imagine where would we be without him? That's the thing. Like, where would we be without him? Who else would we have?
In that spot.
Exactly. I'm not confident in that. Best ability is availability. Do you got another one to give out? I think I'm out with 2. That's all I got is 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you're gonna feel about this one, but I feel like I want to give one just kind of stick with my trend of the offense. I don't want to say this. I don't want to do Loveland and all of that stuff because we talked about him a lot. I don't want to do DJ because we talked about him a lot. I think Rome left a couple of opportunities out there, but one person that I feel like kind of went under the radar a little bit this game, but I feel like they made their presence known. It's Kyle Monangai. He had 12 carries, 48 yards, but he had a couple of runs. So for him to still average 4 yards a carry, he broke off a few big ones in there, and then he also got us a touchdown. So
you know what's crazy? Lola right with you. As soon as you said it, Lola was right there in the chat with you with Kyle Monangai. That's okay.
Like I think to be honest, this game is him just another time making a stand that he can be trustworthy. Like it wasn't an on night for DeAndre Swift, but that don't mean it wasn't an on night for the running game in general. He came and picked up the pieces and did what he had to do with it. So I think that's good for us that we got somebody like that we can depend on when it's, when RB1 not getting it done. But
and RB1 struggled today. He didn't have his best game.
Yeah.
My blue saying I'm a Manun guy. RB1 didn't have his best game today. And look, running back by committee, 1-2 punch. You got to have it. You can't just have it just a one punch. What's your 2 punch looking like? Nacho said it though. Oh, wait, first of all, I agree. I completely agree. Manun guy ran hard today. He left some stuff on the field too. He was stumbling a lot today. He was like tripping over his feet today. He could have more yards than he got, but
yeah.
DJ, you can get one too. I'll get one of DJ too because I've been hard on DJ. I like the way he played, especially after you got the penalty, whether you disagree with it or not, which I'm sure we all do. You answered it. You made up for it and some. You gave us points right after. So DJ had a hell of a game. 2 touchdowns, probably one of his best games of the season so far with Caleb.
Yeah, he wasn't using all those gadget things too, where he's taking snaps out of the backfield or catching.
Yeah,
like he's going upfield, challenging DBs and catching the ball. So
yeah,
definitely like seeing that.
Now on the first free play we had, remember you asked in the chat who he did. I'm like,
yeah,
like we could have like at least try. Like, well, if you throw this a free play, maybe he didn't know
50 ball. You go up there and try to get that.
Yeah, he might have would have caught it too. But
man,
he stopped running.
But it would have been a pick without the flag. But they knew it was a free play before then, and that was the second time in this game that he got a free play off his cadence. That spoke about early in the season, trying to be able to weaponize that. So to see that to it, I think that's just another sign of growth for Caleb because that's just like we don't really see him do that. So
no.
The fact that he can kind of not even just talking about the penalty, but not being able to anticipate a quarterback's cadence from a defensive perspective, it puts you on your heels and it gives them an extra second, a half a second, whatever the case is, and you could be completely out of the play at that point. So
Right.
we watch these people, they jump and then they try to get back, and like the flag is already out for one. But for two, now you have no opportunity to get that, because once they snap the ball and they in position and they ready from the offensive line, you gotta come in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't beat them off the snap now. So I think that's a big point too.
And you mentioned cadence. That was an issue for this team. That was an issue with cadence, with Caleb all first of all off season and leading into the early parts of this season. That's all we kept hearing about was cadence. They were saying that was a big reason that a lot of the false starts that we was getting early on was happening, was the cadence. And now the cadence got you 2 free plays where shit. I mean, they might start repping that more if the cadence is becoming that effective. They might start repping it more and taking some real shots down the field in the future. But okay. All right. Look, the Chicago Bears are 8-3. What are they gonna say now? What the fuck they gonna say now? They probably gonna have backup quarterback. You know what I mean? But we've been playing backup quarterbacks all fucking season. So who cares?
Mason Rudolph's season, like, at this point, he's not a rookie. He's not somebody that can't go out there and play. He started for the Steelers before. He knows Mike Tomlin offense. I'm not trying to hear that argument this week.
Absolutely not. I guess Shador got my phone died. Shador got his first NFL win today too. That's big for him. I don't know what I know. The Eagles were tied with the Cowboys. Did we know if they pulled that out?
Yeah, I don't know about the Eagles. I was just looking at the division ones.
They all won except the Vikings.
The Vikings lost. So we still a game ahead though. We at 8, and the Packers and Lions are both at 7. So
wow, the Cowboys beat the Eagles, and everybody told us
how many wins do the Eagles have now?
I don't know if this is updated, but okay. So it says 8-3. Yeah, they're 8-3 now.
Okay,
they're 8-3.
Might be top for second in the NFC now.
Yes, great. And you know what's crazy? It's leading up to a Black Friday showdown. 8-3 versus 8-3 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Winner probably gonna be what, number 1 in the conference, right? Oh no. We got
the Rams lose.
Yeah, the Rams. Yeah, they got the Rams. So
I don't know if they won today. Somebody tell us in the chat if the Rams won today.
Wow, everybody told us the Cowboys win didn't matter, right? They didn't matter. They wasn't a good team.
Yeah, that mattered.
Who do the Rams? Who did they play?
I don't even know. I had it came down to Rodgers week. I had this.
Oh, they're playing right now. They're playing Tampa right now, so that's a divisional game for them. That's a good game. Okay. Yep, they live right now. Look, appreciate everybody who stuck with us, watched the entire show, chopped it up with us, added to the conversation. We love to be interactive with the chat as well. Look, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna say it again. Subscribe. Help us grow, people. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, the Black Bear Podcast. One word, no spaces. I'm your host, Mark Rod, with my co-host in the building, rookie Marcus motherfucking Mixed It. Chef West had to jump out. But do you got any last words about this game, about anything?
No, man. If y'all want to be with us when we 9-3, and don't be late to the party, stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. Go ahead, like and subscribe. Go tell your people that's been hating on the Bears for the last 5 seasons that it's your time to shine now, and get ready, because we're gonna be talking to them till January at minimum. So let's go ahead and get to it. We got the Eagles this upcoming week on Good Friday, and it's gonna be a good Friday for us.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, bear it the fuck down. We gonna see y'all Wednesday, maybe. We still gotta work out the schedule, but I think we gonna see y'all Wednesday, and then we gonna see y'all Friday. Motherfucking, that's a 2:00 game, ain't it? On Friday, Black Friday. It is. It's 2:00. That's a weird time. But we gonna be here. We gonna see y'all, of course, after everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving. But we don't see y'all Wednesday to give y'all a proper send off for Thanksgiving. Look, Bears are 8-3. Who would have thought? I got to look at my score predictions for next show so I can, brag. But I think I had some of these picked right. But we'll see y'all Wednesday. Y'all have a good rest of y'all Sunday night. Watch some football. We out of here. Peace.